Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Happy middle of the week. It's almost a weekend day. Okay. I hope y'all all enjoyed your day, no matter what we're doing. Okay. We are here together to have a little chit chat about the people. Okay. And as y'all can see, I did a whole thumbnail. Okay, had it together early. Now I'm on here late, but it ain't my fault. Y'all, it's not my fault at all. But y'all make sure that first and foremost, okay, you like the video. Okay, you are subscribed to my channel around here. Okay, comments in the comment section, Jesus. When the video was over on the replay, I need y'all to go hype up the video. It's a button, y'all. The same way you hit the like button, there is a hype up the video button that's available on the replay. It's not available on the live. That ain't my fault. Okay. So on the replay, when we done here, go ahead and just go to the replay or whatever and be like, girl, let me hype it up. Okay. Because that is what YouTube makes us do. Okay. Anyway, look. I redid Monday's thumbnail because I hated the other one because I rushed it. I got everybody together in white again. I made it look more cohesive than it looked before. Because honestly, I didn't like it. Yes, I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Before, let me see. Because the Monday one I had that I rushed, I deleted it. That I rushed, I said no. Okay, do it again. Why? Because I said so. Okay. So that's the new one, right? I didn't like this one. I didn't like it. This was a rush job, and I told her I'm gonna redo it. And I did it, y'all. See, I did it. Before and after. Before and after. Okay. I like the after. You know what I'm saying? So when I take my time, I get things done. Okay, we was live on Saturday. So you go watch that thing. Okay, go watch that one. You know what I'm saying? Go watch all the old stuff that you ain't watched because it's there. Okay. Also, do not forget tomorrow is Thursday. The verses is tomorrow. The verse between Tank and Tyrese. Okay, that is tomorrow. I was going to do a live watch along, but I don't want to because I want to be able to watch it, get some pictures of it. Okay. To come to y'all for the last after show chit chat. So we won't watch it together. However, when it goes off, we will have a live after show chat tomorrow. So I think right now I have it set for 10 p.m. because the version starts, I believe, at 8:30 Eastern. I think it's 8:30 Eastern. So I'm assuming it'll be about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So I got it set right now for 10. Okay. But whenever the verse is in, we're gonna have a good old after show chit chat right here, as we always do. As we always do. And I said, look, it's a battle, screaming and hollering, okay, screaming vocals, shirtless yelling. Will Tyrese cry? Will Tank wear a shirt? That's my question. That's the questions I have. Will Tyrese cry? Okay, and will Tank wear a shirt? You wanna know why? Because when I was, first of all, let me get on camera. Let me get on camera. How y'all doing today? Now it's a little warm outside. Not warm. It's not winter no more. So I wore my Fenty. I hold my little fit. Hold on. Okay. I'm in my Fenty today and whatnot. Fenty, Fenty. Dun, 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 dun. But I'm home now, right? I'm home now. And I'm like, it's a bit warm. So I almost want to take my sweatshirt off. So we doing the break, I may change tops, okay? But I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay. But when I was going and getting my pictures together for the verses, okay, the only question I had for my own sanity was, is Tyrese going to cry? And while he's crying, will Tank wear a shirt? Because when I was looking for pictures of them, when I put in, Tank the singer, so many so many pictures came up and he did not have no shirt on. And I was like, sir, why you got no shirt on? Put your nipples up, Tyrese. Not Tyrese, girl. I mean Tank. Tank ain't had not nan shirt on. It's all nipples and muscularness round here. So I was like, so he known for being shirtless. Okay, Tyrese be crying. So we're gonna see if Tyrese cries and if Tank wear a shirt. But again, tomorrow, live after your chit chat, again around 9:30, 10 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Whenever it ends, come on around here, okay? But today, okay, I am very proud of my thumbnail. You wanna know why? Because I was like, it's springtime a little bit. Okay, what can we do? And this thumbnail took a couple different directions. Okay, at first I tried to get everybody in orange, that ain't work. Okay, I tried to do orange and blue, that ain't work. Okay, I love Cardi in this dress. So this whole thumbnail is based on Cardi's dress, which is orange, a little bit of turquoise, a little bit of green, a little bit of blue. Okay, and I was able to finagle everybody to be looking good in the picture. Okay. Now I had to cut some heads off. I'm not playing. I'm playing. Not this time. I did not cut. I didn't cut any heads off here. However, I do want y'all to know on this thumbnail, you look at Tommy. Tommy did not have not near a good picture of herself I could use of her own white that I liked. Okay, so I took a picture of Kandi in a white suit. I cut Kandi's head off, and I put Tommy's body on Kandi's. I put Tommy's head on Kandi body because I had to make it work. Okay, look, I had to do what I had to do, and then K Michelle picture. I feel like that's what K Michelle looked like in my head, and so that's why I use that picture because she get on my nerve a little bit. Okay, and to be rated all way, look a little dry. So I said, get him dry in his white. Anyway, how y'all doing? Let me get some hellos in. Let me get some hellos. How y'all doing? Hello to everyone again. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hype the video up on the replay. On the replay. Yeah, real bright spring like thumbnail, real cute, real demure, real adults. Okay, but hello to the people and stuff like that. Y'all know if I get a thumbnail together before the live, that means we're gonna be here for 18,000 hours. Not really 18,000. We're gonna see how long we're gonna be here. Okay, but I was happy to have it done, and it even got the men's in color. It was I almost had them in black, and I said, Jaylee, don't be racist. Don't put the men's in black. Get the men's in color. Okay, now I didn't have much to choose from, and that ain't my fault. That's their fault. Okay, that's their fault. Even tomorrow's. I said, girl, knock out the park. Go ahead and get tomorrow's thumbnail up today so they know it's for sure tomorrow. Now, hopefully, don't no crazy stories happen tomorrow, and I'm not doing too last or whatever happens throughout the day. We may have to discuss on the live about the verses. Let's hope it's a cool time. Not the all white give. Lisa Ray still wearing all white. Does she want to be godly? Does she want to be a virgin? She thinks she's pure. Lisa, you know what? Lisa Ray is always diamond from Players Club. I feel like that's the only movie anyone really knows her from. She should do something else with herself, okay? Now, I know because she was on All of Us, Yeah, she was on All of Us. I know she was a bride in the wood. I know she was on that one show that was on VH1, but Lisa Ray will always be diamond, okay? I had to clean it up. I had to, because I hated the other one. Just did not like it. It was ugly. I said, that's an ugly thing. Okay, but when I be see, that's why I don't like Russian. I don't like Russian. And when you be like, oh, what it look like? This don't look right. We don't like it. And you have to clean it up. Okay, clean it up. Because people see your thumbnail first. Okay, and the thumbnail grabs other people's attention around here. And I'm like, this look like some Fraggle Bull stuff. Okay. And we don't like it. This some Fugazi shit. Okay, and we don't like Fugazi stuff around here. Okay, so I was like, no, girl, clean it up. Get it together. Anyway, I be trying. It's all white. It's all good. Do you take editing requests or have a service for that? What you mean? Editing what? Like if someone tell me to edit my own stuff, do I take note? No. So no. What you mean? Like, do I take editing requests? No. Do you mean do I take requests to make stuff for other people? That's a different question. But if someone requests from me to edit my stuff, I tell them to kiss my ass. I do. So if you asking something different, let me know. Okay, let me know. I do my own. I do my own. I do my own thumbnails all the time. Tyree's gonna cry. Thank you for liking my outfit. Thank you for liking the thumbnail. Okay, but hello to all y'all. Hello. Because Lisa Ray got to put some color in her thing. Okay, yeah, single. No, it was called Single Ladies. I like that show too. Okay, she has multiple clothes and home all white clothes. So I would get tired of the girl, the bleach, the clean clothes. You can't get nothing. The white get dirty real easily, and stuff. I don't like white. I'm out of tissues, Lord. I got one tissue left, y'all. Let's hope my nose don't run a lot. Okay, on this live. It's so weird. I had a little cold flu, for a few days or whatever. And even though I'm better, my nose still be actively running. And I think it's because I was using like a medicated prescribed Flonase type of nasal spray. And I had it the last time I was sick. So I did not have the directions. And when I found it in my cabinet because I was so sick, I'm like, ooh. And I was spraying my nose like maybe 3-4 times a day. I think you was only supposed to use it like once or twice a day. I did it more. So part of me feel like because I sprayed it up my nose so much, my nose is still running and draining. Child, I'm like, fine. But I'm like, why no still draining or whatever. Anyway, I think she meant edit for other people. Yeah, I do. I've made well, let me rephrase. Let me rephrase. Can I make graphics for other people? Yes, I can. Have I done it for others? Yes, I have. Will I do it for just anyone? No, I won't. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it depends. Okay, I have to do a highlight reel for my friend. I've done a few. I've done a few graphics for people and whatnot. So I mean, I can do it. I don't mind doing it. If someone asks me to do it, is there a fee? Yes. Is it cheap? Not really. It's not expensive. Yes, it's not expensive. It's not $2. I always say that. Okay. But anyway, how y'all doing? Okay, let's get into the thing. But hold on. First of all, the reason I was late. Okay, as y'all saw, I had a thumbnail up. I was ready for the show. Okay. And on my way home, I'm like, cool, you gonna be home on time. Call in, okay, some chicken from the place you like so much right now. This is a new place around here, around me, whatever. Have really good chicken, got really good fish and whatnot. So I be like them or whatever. I said, girl, call you in, little 10-piece roasted wing, spicy. They're little French fry. Okay. Called it in at 7:44. They said, cool, 15 minutes. Cool, good. Okay, cool, fine. I can get home, eat my little food, chill out, take a little breather, relax, release, and whatnot, and whatever. Again, the dude said 15, 20. Cool, fine by me. Pulled up in 15 minutes, sat in my car for 5. Gave them the 20 minutes to get my shit. Okay. Um, I go in to pay, card, sure. Okay. And I'm like, oh, my food. I said, it's not ready yet. He's like, no, a few more minutes. Okay, cool. So I sit down because a few more minutes. Cool. Because he said 15, 20. It's just not 20. Maybe about 2 more minutes. I'm like, cool. And then I'm sitting for like 5. And I was like, he told me 15, 20. Why ain't nothing ready yet? What's going on? And he then said it's going to be about 15, 20 more minutes. And I said, nigga said, what? I said, when I called 20 minutes ago, well, not at this point, 25 minutes ago, you told me 15, 20. I got somewhere to be. I got something to do. I got live at now. I got going. He like, yeah, I know we real busy right now, whatever. We got swamped. But again, about 10, 15 more. Fine. So I'm sitting there and I'm getting pissed. Because my pet peeve is if I call in an order and y'all backed up, don't tell me 15 when I get here and it's a longer way. I would have went somewhere else. Now again, the food be banging. And I really had a taste for it. The chicken is so good. Ooh, it's broke. It's so good, child. But I would have went somewhere else. So I'm like, I go out to my car because I don't want to sit here and stare at y'all like, bitch, till you do right by me. I go to my car for 10 minutes, come back in, and I sit down. He like, yeah, about 10, bitch, 10 more. I said, and at this point, I was like, you want a drink? No, I want my food. I said again, had you told me y'all was booked and busy, bitch, I would have said, well, that's okay. I'll come another day. Cool. So I'm sitting there and I'm getting more pissed because I'm like, it's cutting into my relaxed time at home. I have started to be like when I get home, I don't want to rush and get on camera. I want to come home, take a little breather, a little water, relax, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever for a little minute. I don't like coming home having a rush. So because y'all is late and I already paid my food, I've been sitting already, bitch, I ain't got time. Y'all, it took an hour to get my food. From when I called it in to when I got it, it was an hour. I called in at 7:44. I got my food at 8:37. I was pissed. I was so pissed off. Okay, I was so pissed. Now other people's food was taking long too, but I'm like, bitch, why? You should have told me it was a wait. Okay, you told me 15, 20 minutes, and that was a lie. You knew it was a lie. That was my pet peeve. So I get my food, I get my little fry, my little 10-piece, I go to my car, and for some reason, I'm like, why my bag feels so light? Bitch, I got 10 wings. I got 10 whole wings. The bag feels so light. I opened up the goddamn box, bitch. They gave me 7 wings. I paid for 10. I didn't pay for 7. I paid for 10. I will take 11 wings. I'll take 12. I'm not going to take the 7. I said, bitch, you got to be kidding. I waited damn near an hour and y'all did not cook the right. I put the fries down on my passenger seat. I grabbed it. I went back in. I was like, excuse me, this ain't 10 wings. I paid for 10 wings. I waited an hour for 10 wings. Y'all gave me 7. I said, so I need my 3 more wings. Okay, because I don't. And the guy was like, "Oh fuck." Now the guy was very apologetic. They weren't rude about it or whatever. He was very apologetic or whatever. But I was at this point I'm pissed off. Okay, because y'all can't count. They are popular. There was folks in and out or whatever. The cook dude, it was a white boy in the back. It was like a Mediterranean Arabic type of guy behind the counter. And then like somebody else there too. And my whole thought process was this white boy can't count. You can't count 1, 2, 3. You get up 10, you put 7. You knew when you put 7 wings in that bucket, it wasn't right. And they assumed I would be so pissed and leave, I wouldn't count the wing. No, bitch, I count my wings. And the bucket felt light. I don't know how my arm moved, but I don't know. God said, and I never check my food. I never check my bag. I never do. But some said, this feel real light. And I was like, these ain't 10 wings, sir. He opened, and even he was like, fuck. Because when you look in the bucket, you can tell it's not 10 wings. He was like, I'm going to give you a refund. Yes, give me a refund. Because I can't wait another hour. Ain't going to do it. Can't do it. Okay, so I got a refund for my full order. Got my 7 wings, my fries, and they was good. But I was like, bitch, my pet peeve is always do not tell me it's 10 minutes, 15. If you know it's about 40, just say, hey, we really backed up right now. If you're gonna come, it's about 40 minutes. Cool. I would have said, you know what, cancel the order. I'll come get order tomorrow for lunch. I'll come back, bitch. Bitch. I'm like, I waited an hour, didn't get my 10 wings. Y'all didn't season my fries all that good when they was so good and whatnot. And bitch, I didn't get my 10 wings. How? What did you mean? So I got a refund and the food. So, but yeah, I'm like, bitch, and I like them. They have really good. I've never had this issue. So that's why I was late because I had to wait for food, come home and eat. Okay, take my shirt off, juggle my boobs, calm my nerves, send a text. Okay, I was like, bitch, I can't. But if y'all want to know, the food place, I'm not gonna say the name of it. I think I have before, but they are really good. They are really good. They have really good food, and I've never had an issue with them before. And their call time is usually always 15-20. Now I don't know why they were so busy today. No idea. Okay. But I got me a free 7-piece wing and a free today. And we here. Like, yeah. Anyway, let's get to the foolishness, okay, of all of the things. Now, where am I? I gotta share my screen, y'all. Share my screen. I was saving stuff and trying to be sure to put stuff in some kind of order so that I could basically pay attention to what we're doing. But yeah. Anyway, y'all. Anyway. Hello to those. Did I say him? Did I for him, y'all? Yeah, did I speak to him today? Well, not today. If I did not acknowledge him, hey you, how you doing? What you doing? What you want? Absolutely stop. Um, it's not a text. It is. Oh, it is. Oh, it is text. I be forgetting. Girl, look, I really, I used to do taxes, and I don't know more. And I feel like because I don't do taxes no more, I didn't already did my taxes, but I don't ever think about it being tax season like that, like that. I be forgetting. I be forgetting. Free wings all around. Yeah, they should look. They kept offering me something to drink. I'm like, I don't want fucking Kool-Aid, bitch. I'm not want Kool-Aid. I had juice at the house. I want fucking Kool-Aid, okay? Um, I should to the girl that she drink at the 318. I wasn't waiting for no more wings. I was not gonna wait for no more goddamn wings at the all. Okay. And again, I don't mind waiting for food. I don't mind waiting for fresh cooked food. And the good thing about them is they always have fresh food. I've never went there um and got like old cooked food, hard is always freshly cooked, seasoned really, really well. They're really, really nice. So I was shocked. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And when I left, I did say, look, child, as I as I got my refund, and I left. He said you and he said you want to receive a refund? Yes, I want to. Yes, I want to receive a refund. Yes, I want a fucking receipt. But as I was leaving, I said, y'all should hire me. Y'all busy. Hire someone else to help back there. Okay, and I will see you on Saturday. Anyway, yeah, expensive ass wing. Now look, it's a good look. The 10 piece wing, 10 piece whole wing spicy, $11, 11, and it's worth the 11. It's worth the 11. Okay, but yeah, I also love my hoodie. That's why I'm wearing it. Okay, it's like, am I hot? This is why I usually put a shirt on under my stuff, but I ain't got no shirt on right now. But I'm a stop. Um, the name it's called Basha's Chicken, and they have a couple of locations. So I won't say which location it was, but it's called Basha's Chicken, and they have really good food. Okay, I ordered 12 Parmesan, garlic Parmesan pizza Hut, and I didn't count them. And I usually don't count nothing. I don't, but I've never had an issue with them. But some of today said, "Girl," and I think it's because they were so busy and they were like moving it, like they was like, oh, they was doing a lot. I'm like, I really want to be sure it was the right wings. And when it's a little light. These whole wings, right? I ain't want no shrimp. Bitch, is this a catfish? I ain't want no catfish. What's going on? Is it good? You got Kool-Aid before? Oh yeah, 'cause you got the lunch thing. Maybe I'll try to Kool-Aid the next time. Okay. If the food wasn't free, I would have probably child acted a fucking fool. Okay. But I didn't cuss. I didn't act up. I didn't all I kept saying was, had you told me it was longer, I would have not made an order today. I would have came back and got lunch tomorrow. I have somewhere to be. So he was really like nice. And he's seen me before up there. So again, I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have anything negative to say about them in general, like that, or whatever. Just they were, hire somebody, okay, to immediately. Let's get into some foolish shit that I was confused about or whatever. One, I don't know what show this is from at all. Okay. However, it said this man said he's straight, but he be gay for pay. Now I am like, wait, what?
The download shit with me, whatever y'all want to say about the shit. Yeah, that shit happened. I'm gonna put the shit on the floor. I'm a real nigga. You feel me? It's already out there. You can't deny it. You can't hide from shit. I did that shit when in the midst when I had a bad back, had 2 slip discs. You feel me? Couldn't work. Son was disabled in the hospital.
You couldn't work. You had a bad back, a slip disc. Your son was sick, but I feel like now I'm not gay, okay, but I know gay people. I've seen gay things. I feel like if you are a man with a bad back You can't be fucking. If your back messed up, if your hip hurt, um, you can't be fucking. You might be able to get some head because you ain't gotta move much. You know what I'm saying? If you got the girl, you're right, whatever. But I'm like, sir, your body seemed like you shouldn't have been doing nothing. So what do you mean?
For cerebral palsy, feeding tubes, all type of shit. I did what I did out of survival mode because his mama wasn't doing shit, and I had to get my son a house and a roof over his head to make sure my son was good before anything. So if anybody feel any type of way about it, then it is what it is. I can go take a lie detector test, whatever. That's the only time I ever did something for money with a nigga, anything with a nigga, simple, period, and plain and done.
Now this is my thing, okay? Look, gay is gay. Okay. I feel like if you are starving, you are at the end of your rope. Okay, bills is due. Your son needs some Mucinex. Okay, your back is slipped. You need some Tylenol or whatever, and you had to fuck for a buck. You come fuck women? Like, I'm just saying, like, if you gonna fuck for a buck, why not fuck what you want to fuck? I can't look. You can't pay me these pussy. You can't. Okay, I don't like coochie. I don't. I mean, I like mine, but I don't want to. I don't, and I don't eat my girl, focus. My point is, even if someone say, "Hey, Jay Lee, we will pay you 40K to eat a pussy," I don't want to eat no pussy. You can't. No, if I don't want to eat, bitch, if I don't want to get paid to drink some fucking milk, you can't pay me to drink milk. Okay, if someone said we'll pay you $1 million to drink a glass of milk, I would say no. I don't like milk. Can't stand the shit. Okay, there is no amount of money that someone can pay me to put something in my mouth that I don't want to eat or drink. Okay, I'm not swallowing for no amount of money. I'm not drinking milk for no amount of money. I'm not eating no cooch for now. Now if I ain't gotta eat no cooch, okay, if I had to make somebody feel good, okay, fine. That ain't really gay to me. Okay, but I would not. Now, did you hand now if he hand jerk somebody, that's not really. Well, that's kind of gay. That's kind of gay. Okay, that's okay. But I feel like if you are so desperate and you need the money, again, your kids is hungry, your back is slipped, your baby mama ain't doing shit or whatever, you ain't got no job, ain't got no money, ain't got no welfare, and you have no other thing to use but your penis. Cool. Why couldn't you fuck a girl? At what point does someone say, you know what, sir, we only want you to have sex with penis? I know you have a penis, but we want to pay you. And I'm not, I believe, I don't know because I'm not from that world. I feel like if you just want to, you can make a porn yourself and put it on the porn hub. Okay. Put it on the, what else? What's the, what? You got Pornhub, child. You get, let me look. You got Pornhub, you got RedTube, you got the what's it called X Hamster. There's a whole bunch of sites, sir. Why would you not just put yourself on a video doing things and whatever and get paid that way? It is a choice to have gay sex, and not only that, I've seen some things. Okay, my eyes have been opened. Okay, to say yes, I was gay for pay. Well, how gay for you was how gay were you? Because I think I've said it before, and I will probably say it again. You know, there is look. I'm not a professional, okay, but I'm not an amateur. Okay, I'm 44. It takes work to slide on a knob, like on a it takes work to do that. You have to want to do that. You really have to like someone to want to do that. So were you dick sucking gay? Cause that's gay. You know, that's gay. You were you a top? Were you doing the bit? Were you getting bent over? Was you a bot? Because in my opinion, If you a bottom, you gay. If you're letting anyone, if you're letting, because child, how do we get here? Bitch, we just started. What have I done? Um, my point is to try to be all thug and rah 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 about someone saying, "Hey, you're gay," because you've done things with men. That's true. It's true. And I know it's a double standard. I know, if a female has ever ate a cooch because they wanted to eat a cooch and ate a cooch more than once, you are gay. I don't even care, okay? But if you've taken penis, you're gay, and that's okay. That's okay. There are men who like butt stuff, but only with women. So I don't care, and because I know people, I have female friends who love butt stuff. I don't like butt stuff. I'm not really. It's, I have friends who like to, they like butt stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, a finger is one thing, but butt stuff is different. So if you a man who like a woman to do butt stuff to you, that ain't gay. That's not gay to me. However, if you a man who did stuff with other men, even if it was for money, you're gay. Because men who don't like other men ain't gonna fuck a man even for some money. They're gonna be broke. Okay? There is nothing wrong with a man saying, I don't want nothing in my ass. That don't make them homophobic. That just means they have their boundaries, and that's fine. I have my boundaries. Okay. Don't do this, don't do that. Okay. But you can't be upset because people think that you're gay because you've done gay things. A quarter is a quarter. Water is wet. I mean, what the fuck? Okay. No, I'm not. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But I have nothing against my friends who like butt stuff. We laugh about it. I'm like, girl, could be me, bitch. Okay, it could not be me. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And that's not my thing. I don't like eating coochie. I've never tried to eat one because I know I don't need to eat one. Now, if someone say, "Hey, Jay Lee, we got your 80,000, and all you have to do is eat the pussy," I don't need the money that bad. I go to work, I make money, I'm good. Okay, so you know, am I homeless and I'm on the streets, and someone say, if you eat some coochie, we'll get you a house? No, I got friends. I have many houses I can go to, but it's because I don't want to do that. So I just wish people who liked gay stuff just say, "Hey, I like gay stuff." I'm gonna get all upset if anybody say nothing about me. All I did, I fucked for a buck because I was broke. Well, then you was broke enough to be gay. Okay, you was broke enough to be gay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Okay, but if your back hurt, how you fucking? What was you doing? Because if you're doing it right, there's some motion in the ocean. Even if you get in the head, the hips still move. Okay, because of the emotions of it all. So, sir, get out my face with this. Go ahead somewhere. Okay. Now, what is he? And a he or she is the same. So he is.
She is a goddamn liar. She is a motherfucking liar, is what she is.
And sometimes she's a he. Okay. So again, if anybody don't know around here, if you broke and you do things for some money that's gay, that's okay. You was gay that day. Okay. Just saying. Okay. Um, I love watching straight husbands do, but not but. Oh, because I was confused. I thought you meant gay husband. Do I got confused. Do it. Yeah, there are people. There are men who like butt stuff with their wives, with their girlfriends. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, that don't happen in this household. Okay. Up here, but I ain't judging nobody. Okay, and then child ain't no. Okay, but all I'm saying is, would you eyes slobbing on knives? Because that takes work. That takes effort. You're not frightened there to see a dick coming at your face. You have to want that. You have to want that. Just saying. Okay. What if they say they will do well, this is the difference. Okay? This is the difference. How the fuck did we get here? Um, I've always been told by my gay friends that I am what is called a pillow princess, meaning, you know, I would let people do things to me, but I ain't gonna do nothing to you. Because if you do something to me, that you gay. I'm not gay. Okay. But I am fully aware that's a double standard. That if I let a girl slide on my knob, like on a cob, okay, well, I ain't got no knob. If you know what I mean, okay. I feel like if I was to let someone do whatever to me, I don't think I'm gay, and I am fully aware that's a double standard. I am fully aware. I know it's a double standard. Okay, we gotta ask you. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so if someone was to pay me to chill out and let someone else do something, I mean, CashApp, PayPal, Zelle, you want the account number? But no one could pay me to do things with a woman. But I feel, and I know this is a double standard. I'm saying it out loud. I know it is. I feel if a man allows a man to do anything to him, okay, a hand job, a mouth job, a butt job, I feel you're gay. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just my thought process. Okay. Um, how much would you do? Would you do? Child, we're not going. I'm not going. I'm not going there with y'all.
Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed up?
Now why am I in it?
And you could have did
Now
it.
see how I get drawn into stuff?
How did I get here? Okay, look, I just look. Truthfully, honestly, truly, I am a fan of penis. Okay, I think I just want to say I am very much a fan of the penile situation. Okay, I am what I'm saying, and I know women can put a strap on. Look, no shade to Larry and the studs and all them people. No shade to women who put a dick in a book bag and do whatever. I prefer a living, breathing, warm blooded, rise and shine penis attached to a man. I just do. I don't that's probably why I understand gay men. Because I know what I like it too. You know what I'm saying? So I can't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So there's either there's I can't. I just prefer it. And y'all look, yeah, we grown here. I get y'all look. I guess this is after dark. Okay. We got it after dark on a Wednesday. But I just feel like I prefer people to be honest about what they like. And sir, if you did some gay things for some money, you like gay things. I get it. I like it. It's great. It's an amazing thing. Okay, it makes me smile. Okay, I, okay. I be just okay, but I just need people to be admittedly open and say, yeah, I did some gay stuff. I liked it. I tried it once because I've never tried crack. I never needed to. Okay, so when you try things, you want to see what it feels like. If you tried some gay things and you was gay for pay, you liked it. You did. You did. That just is what it is. I, that ain't my fault. It's your fault. Nigga. It's on you. It's on you. And if again, because there are levels to it. Did you kiss a man? Did you hand? Did you shake up some steak sauce with your hand? Did you talk to it? Did you have conversation? All of that takes work. All of that takes you have to want to do that. And then if you were a performer, meaning you had to bend somebody over, you would have to be enticed enough for to enter. Because soft penis don't enter no hole. It's too squishy. You can't put a soft nothing in nothing. It doesn't work that way, sir. So even if you were a top, banging somebody out, you had to be enticed and aroused enough to perform. I know people who don't even watch straight porn because they don't want to see no dick. Because that doesn't entice or arouse them. That's why some of these men watch lesbian porn because they don't care about no dick. So if you were able to perform with a man, you like men, and that's okay. I get it. I like men too. Anyway, let's. Why y'all let me do this? Why y'all let me do all of this? Anyway, look, if you're gay, be gay and we love it. Okay. Next up, he said, "I'm gay for some dollars." You was gay for some because you wanted the dick. Um, this don't cry for me, Argentina. I don't know how we get to these topics all the time, child, but y'all stop letting me go this far. Okay, cut it out. Again, a Manhattan attorney is in court crying. Okay, because he's been sentenced to 2 years for stealing $4.4 million in COVID funds, so he could fuck for girlfriend. First of all, sir, you stealing COVID money? Not COVID money.
I did these crimes, and I deserve to go to jail. I don't know what else to say for myself. I'm so
All right,
sorry.
Mr. McKenna, I understand, and I really appreciate you taking full responsibility. Under indictment 739. Yes, please,
I'm so sorry.
please, no worries.
You granted this 6-week extension. It was very helpful to my son.
Thank you very much, sir. But ultimately, sir,
I know.
all right, under indictment 73900 of 2024, where you pled guilty to grand larceny in the second degree in violation of Penal Law 155.40, which is a C felony, you're hereby sentenced to 1 to 3 years in prison. to run concurrent under indictment 70277 of 2025, where you pled guilty to grand larceny in the first degree
she talking
in violation of Penal Law 155.42, which is a B felony. Your sentence as to that charge is 2 to 6 years in prison.
Go to jail. So he was supposed to hold millions of dollars in escrow accounts, while LK Plastics attempted to secure 500,000 boxes of medical grade gloves. So this is during the pandemic. So he was supposed to hold money so that they could get protective gear. And I'm like, first of all, you know what kind of insane person spends the church's money? Okay, you spent or stole 4.4 mil. Okay, they said that it was supposed to be held in escrow. He drained the accounts within months. Okay, and when a company needs the money to get gloves, they had shit. Okay, he spent money on his little girlfriend. Let's say he was pouring funds into their relationship, his personal life, and then expenses tied to his son's mental health. Y'all gotta stop using y'all kids for these poor decisions. Okay, one dude, because he's sick and the son's sick, he up sucking dick, and now this man up and taking COVID funds for a sick child. Now look, I get it, but now your child's still sick and you in prison. Okay, you wiped out 4.4 mil, and for what? You can't even pay that back. This is my thing. Still smart. Okay, if your son's sick, steal $10,000 for his visits. Okay, you can probably pay back 10 grand. Okay, you can't pay back 4.4 mil. Okay, you can't pay back 4.4. Now you in jail for 2 to 6 years. Okay, you're gonna probably have to pay the money back. Okay, he said I did these crimes. I did. I deserve to go to jail. I don't know what to say. Well, don't drop the soap. Now he gonna probably be getting in prison. I just feel like when COVID happened, people lost their minds. You know why? Because it was a new scam. And people thought the world is so crazy right now. Who's gonna miss a couple thousand here? Someone's gonna miss their money. And all the crimes that happened during COVID, they all are now going to jail. And I'm like, it ain't worth it. Okay. Just go suck some dick for some money. That's all you gotta do. Go be gay for some pay. You don't go to prison for being gay for pay. Whatever they say she did it. Okay, whatever they say she did, gave her pay, stole some money, ate somebody's food out the lunch counter, whatever she did it all. Okay, mama was arrested here with child endangerment after leaving 7 kids in the car while she went into an internet cafe to gamble for 40 minutes. Well, first of all, why not take the kids with? I never get this. Parents who leave their kids in cars while they go somewhere, the kids can probably go too. Okay, and Ohio mama racked up 7 child endangerment charges, 7 charges. Okay, why? Because her stupid ass, her ugly ass hair, made the choice to go and gamble for 40 minutes and leave the kids in the car. Okay, Raquel Ronnie Quell Hicks. Oh, she went to the internet cafe on March 19th. She left her kids 11 months, 1, 2, 6, 10, 13, and 15. Now, first of all, leave the kids at home. The 50-year-old can watch all them children. Now, also having a 1-year-old and who kids was it? Because a 1-year-old plus an 11-month-old, what was this kid? What was going on there? Again, she left the kids in the car for 40 minutes, but had to put them at risk by also driving them there while having a child and a suspended license. Cardi had no car seat for the kids. She pled not guilty. But girl, look, I don't get it. I don't get it. One, gambling ain't even that fun. fun enough for you to take the 7 kids with you, leave them in the car, and you get in trouble, and now you're going to jail. You can't gamble in prison. Weird. Stupid. So y'all look, 1, calm y'all here. Okay. 2, do not leave your children in a car. They will always come and get you. Okay, they will always come and get you. And she's 37. Are these all her kids? Maybe one baby was a grand. I don't know. Either way go, stop leaving your kids in the car. It's not worth the jail time. Okay. Now, this was weird to me. Okay. A man goes through a wide range of emotions while trying to get a neighbor to help him, a little boy who showed up on his door at 4 a.m. Now, first of all, if a kid show up at your house, why the fuck you at my door?
Yeah.
Now the baby ain't got no shoes on, no pants on. The baby know how to ring doorbells.
Oh shit, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, but this is an emergency. Keep ringing.
He say it's 4 a.m. Keep ringing the doorbell.
What's wrong?
He walked away. You left the baby on the porch?
What's going on?
Hey, it's an emergency.
What's wrong? It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
A boy just showed up in my doorstep. A little boy.
What the fuck that got to do with me? Why you waking me up?
With a pamper. I don't know what to do when you got children, so that's the first person I thought about.
Look. He say the boy showed up at my house. I don't know what to do, but you got kids. I brought them here. Bitch, I'm in a daycare.
Oh, call the police. That was the first thing he should have did.
I don't want police call though.
Well, why is he roaming by himself?
I don't want to be questioning nothing.
A baby showed up at my house. I don't want to call the police because I don't want to get questioned. So I brought him here. Well, guess what, sir? First of all, I would not have answered my door. I would have called the police. Yeah, I'm in bed. It's a naked baby on my porch and some guy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going outside. I don't know, ma'am. I don't know. It's a naked little black baby and a black man. I'm not going outside, ma'am. Nope. My address 12305 Sycamore Lane. Yep. I'm not talking to anybody.
Well, I don't have nothing to do with that. You should have called the police.
I thought you would have had sympathy because you have children.
I do have sympathy, so I'm finna call the police.
But what that's gonna do? It's just gonna put him in the system.
Well, where else he gonna go? I can't do nothing with him.
So you don't know how to like. You don't think if you see the baby, he will look familiar?
I don't know him. I don't know the little boy.
Do you think all parents know all children?
What are you doing? Man, like somebody gonna have to stay with the child, and I don't like police at all. I don't deal with the police.
I'm not. Hey.
So you can't work with me on this?
All I can do is call the police. That's it.
I'm gonna see if he get to remember who his mama is. I don't want to call her because they gonna call CPS. I don't want that.
I ain't never seen no little kids around here.
Man, he just showed up in my doorstep, man. I don't know what to think. I don't know what God's doing.
Is it your baby?
This never happened to me before. And you was the first person I thought about because you got kids. And I know it's late, but I think this is an emergency.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
And I can't believe you still online, girl. You really got a heart. What is you? He trying to go in. What is you doing?
No, it's locked.
I'm not paying attention because you're not my seed. I gotta pay attention to you.
Is that somebody's car down the street?
Where?
Let's see,
Yeah,
like,
it's. Have you ever seen? It's kind of creepy. It's like a white truck, and it doesn't have police on it. I don't even know what to think. It's enough, but and I think it's a truck right behind it. That's all. It's
hold
like
on. That's
First of all, I assume you're a killer and you're using babies to kill me. Second of all, ma'am, why are you holding a conversation with this man still? Because no, one, I'm asleep. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Now I did say eventually the baby would return to the parents, so we don't know who the parent was. But why would you why would you do that? If a baby woke you up, why would you come to my house, wake me up as if it's my child, and then say, "Hey, you don't no, I don't know that. I don't know that kid. Get the fuck out of my face." So again, if anyone come to your house, ring your doorbell, don't answer it. I think it's a scam. But let them people be free. Florida officer charged after allegedly not telling his pregnant coworker he has HIV before they had sex. And I'm like, is it his baby? An officer in Pensacola, Florida, was arrested 2 weeks ago after allegations concerning his sex life and disclosure of sex. Now, y'all, because you do know, if you have an STD, you are required to tell people. You can't be spreading it like jelly and jam. Okay. Officer Pierce Cotton was charged with a felony. It's a felony? That's good. Okay. After not, because look, if you have an uncurable disease, that's even worse. Okay. But he did not disclose being HIV positive to his coworker from Pensacola police department that he got. Oh, you got a pregnant? Hold up. You knew you had HIV. You banged your coworker, knocked her up, and gave. You gave her you gave her HIV? They had been dating since October, despite Kandi still living with the child. They had been dating since October, despite him still living with the mother of his first child. So, first of all, she's stupid. Okay. Things occurred when the ex found out a prescription bottle and contacted the pregnant woman. She apparently urged the girl to get tested. So he didn't. So your baby mama found your HIV medication. She then called your sad piece pregnant girl and said, "Hey, you better get tested. Okay, you better get you an unborn child." Okay. When Cotton found out about the conversation, he contacted her girlfriend himself, telling her that I'm sick. I'm sick with what? You sick with what, Cotton? He told her, "I got it under control. You can't contract it. Before I explain anything else, I want you to know this part first. I can't transmit it. You don't have it. Since you've already been tested for it, I made sure I was safe so as to keep you from getting it. You and the baby can't get it from me." Wait a minute. Now I am not an STD expert at all. I don't know that life. I'm lucky enough. Okay. But I feel like if you have unprotected sex with somebody who was HIV positive, you can catch it. I feel like and again, I don't know. And I might ask somebody I don't know, but I feel like unprotected sex with an HIV positive person can absolutely lead to them getting it. And even if she tested negative for it at the time, that does not mean that she might not have it and it just haven't shown up yet. Can you have HIV and not transmit it to your partner? Let's see. Let's see. Is it safe to not live with? No, is it? I asked the question and then it didn't give me a Google answer. Probably because it's not true. Why am I Googling this shit? Look, it ain't true. Okay. I feel like, wait, hold on. If your viral load is below a certain point, it is supposed to be untransmissible. Okay. But I still feel, but if that's the case, you still have to tell people you have it. You know what I'm saying? So I get him saying you can't catch it, but it's still my decision if I want to take that risk. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you have any type of disease, okay, whatever it may be, you got what is it? If you get herpes, chlamydia, uh, I don't know diseases, but if you have any type of any kind of STD or STI, you should always tell the person you fucking because it's up to them if they want to still bang you. So even if you have your viral load is low, okay, and it's I have the decision on if I want to have sex with you anyway. We should never be having unprotected sex when you know you have a disease that I don't have. You owe me that conversation. You owe me the information. Okay. If he living with a one woman, got you pregnant, and it seemed like the live-in baby mama didn't know until she found the medication, which means he probably did not tell either woman he had it. And even if he is at a point where it is is that the word untransmittable? You have to tell me so I can agree I'm cool with that. Because if you want to bang someone who is like that, it's fine. I'm gonna bang you with a condom, but I'm not gonna bang you. But they can bang you with a condom. Even there are people who have herpes. A girl I knew my old hood, she caught herpes, and it was a big thing because she didn't tell her baby daddy, and she said it was because she, I guess, wasn't having a flare up or whatever, and he got pissed because he said this, and this had to be, whew, this had to be like over 20 years ago, a while ago that this happened, and he was pissed because like she never told me she had it. So I'm a firm believer in if there is something going on with your health that could affect, it's not like you got diabetes. You can't catch diabetes from sex. Okay, you can't catch heartburn. You can't catch certain body ailments from sex. Anything going on with your body that I could possibly catch, you need to tell me. If you have a cold, if you have the flu, let me know you have a cold. I don't want to catch your cold, let alone your blood transmittable disease. I don't want to. And any person who feel like I don't have to tell the woman I'm living with or the girl I knocked up, you are an untrustworthy person. So y'all look at his face. Look at his face. Okay. Also, too, ask people their status. Ask folks, hey, let me see your last STD. Let me see your paperwork. Okay, you clean? You clean? Because it's nothing worse than you being clean and they not clean, and now you got fucking AIDS, HIV, chlamydia, the gonorrhea, syphilis, whatever, all the stuff, you know. But give people the option of knowledge. Okay? Give people the option of having the knowledge of what is going on. Ask people, hey, when was your last STD test? Was it for everything? All the diseases? Full blood workup, full panel? You know what I'm saying? Do not be afraid to ask people. You know what I'm saying? And once everybody know, hey, yep, I'm clean, coochie clean, dick clean, blood clean, and then do all the fucking you want. Once you know you're both clean, and you at that point you're the trust. They're not out there raw dogging other people. But again, have that conversation about what's going on, because off the dirty dick here felt like, because it wasn't transmittable, that he did not owe the women he's having sex with unprotected the information on what he has going on. Because if I know that you are at a level of not transferring, cool, I also know to ask you, are you still at that level? Because you was at that level 6 months ago, but are you at that level now? That way you know what to ask. You know how far you want to go. You know if you want to only give hand jobs, you know how far you want to go based on the knowledge you have. See, we don't like him. Okay, we don't like him at all. They don't like what? How do you think so? Now look, I'm not a lesbian. I'm not. But that's that child. Well, you know what? Look, I feel like, because straight woman here, heterosexual woman here, I don't think we ever give head with a condom on. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. So you have to fully trust the person you're servicing. But I never thought about that, lesbians using the dinner down, for eating the cooch. Because I'm like, child, should I be? I'm not gonna do it. My point is, everyone should do what works for them, but everyone should ask the question, to be informed. When was your last coochie check? When was your last penis check? Okay, let me see that. Because nowadays, we have my chart here. I don't know. I don't know if my chart is a world thing. But in my chart, you can show your test results to people. So I'm like, okay, cool. If you clean, let me see. If you clean, cool. Let me see. And then we good. Because we're having that conversation. But I'm like, this man talking about, yo, you can't get it. How you know? How you know? How do you know? You know what I'm saying? There is a level of full-fledged. You have to be able to be fully honest. with who you fucking. Okay? Be that if your penis is just tired, you've been fucking too much. Okay, cool. If your vagina is sleepy, okay, if you're itching, whatever it is, you really need to be fully honest with who you're fucking, okay? And once you both know, hey, we only fucking each other. Here go my results. I'm clean. Here go your results. You clean. Well, let's be clean together. Okay, but have that conversation. Okay, be open to the conversation. And if anyone doesn't want to talk to you about whatever's going on, if they can't, if they, because even if you, let's say y'all just banging and y'all are not in a relationship, I ain't gonna tell you. Simple question, okay? If you having sex with anybody else with me, I'm not saying you are, but if you are having sex with anybody else but me, are you also having raw sex with anyone else but me? Are you using protection with anyone else but me? You can ask questions without asking them what they doing, by asking them, if you doing something, are you at least being safe with it? Because if we fucking raw and we have an understanding that this is what we do because we're both safe with each other, it's only fair to ask them, but are you being safe when fucking someone else? And if you can't trust their answer, you should not be fucking them. Because people lie. They absolutely do lie. But if you can't trust the answer someone gives you, you should not fuck them. Now again, folks lie and can fool you, but once you know you fooled, then lesson learned. Okay. This lady then got pregnant by a man with the H, the I, and the V, and he ain't told no damn by T. And it is against the law to knowingly have a STD and have unprotected sex with someone without them knowing your status. Okay? If y'all see Officer Dirty Dick, don't fuck him. Because now you're pregnant with a child. Whew, people, Jesus Christ, what you doing around here, Lord? A couple, one more, I got a couple more things. Okay. Remember the lady who was arrested for murder because she took an abortion pill? Down in, I think she was in Georgia. She had been in jail for weeks. She had been in jail for weeks. 31-year-old woman, who was charged with, I think, murder because she went to the doctor or the hospital for having pain, and she told them she took a pill that she took a pill that terminates the pregnancy. Okay, and because in Georgia it's a law, she birthed the baby early, whatever, and the child died like hours later. She was arrested for murder, and she had been in jail for weeks. The judge said, "I'm gonna give her a bond." Cool. How much is the bond? $1. Okay. Judge Stephen Blackerby said the legal challenges ahead, saying, "I think the charge is extremely problematic. It's going to be a hard charge to convict upon. So I'm going to give her a bond of $1 for the murder counts." She also had 2 counts of drug charges because of the pill she took for the situation. He put that at $1,000 each. Her bond was $2,001 for murder. So we talked about this a couple of days ago. Again, she was arrested on March 4th. She went to the hospital on December 30th and complained of abdominal pain. She then told them she took a pill known for medical abortions. Again, she delivered the baby. The baby died. This is going to be a story to watch. I don't think anyone else has went through this since they overturned Roe versus Wade. So we shall see. Again, I am still a firm believer in My body, my choice, and no one should force me to have a baby. Okay, she's now out on bond because she was able to pay the $2,000. Okay, I hope she gets a good lawyer, and I hope she does not go to prison for the abortion. If you gonna force me to have a baby, however much people get paid to be surrogates, pay me that. If any state wants to force a woman to birth a baby, cool. Pay me to birth the baby. And if I die, pay my family all that money. Okay. Okay. Remember the guy who what's it called? Prison Day, who picture went viral back in 2014. His mug shot went viral. And he's so handsome. I want to get him out of prison. What does he do? All that shit right there. I feel like once he got out, like he looked cute, but he also looks a little bit touched. But again, he was talking about who was in jail, how weird it was for him because he went viral and how much even in prison they was on his head.
Shot going viral. I was probably getting 300 letters a day. And it was just too much.
Yeah.
I'm getting naked pictures. I'm getting money orders, movie opportunities. While I was in the feds, I signed a deal with a management agency. I got random people coming up to visit me and I'm denying them before I even walk up the stairs into the section. And I'm like, I don't know who that person is. I could see him through the glass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know who that person is. And they're like, well, I'm still taking your visit. You can deny it, but I'm still going to take your visit for the week. And it's like,
yeah.
So now my family can't come.
They don't know that you only get 3 visits a week.
And what frustrated me is that I had like 2 people who came back like 3 or 4 different times after I had already went up there and told them, hey, please don't come back.
Right. What are they saying? Like,
yeah.
Why are they even coming?
They're like, well, we drove all the way from Tennessee. My son's 5 years old and
right.
He doesn't understand why I'm not home and he needs to see me. And so I'm just going to ask that you please don't come back. A mugshot going viral.
Now, first of all, I have not went to a prison since the bad guy was locked up in prison back when I was 20 or 21. I don't even remember what time that was. And you have to apply to be put on someone's visitor list. So the fact that strangers applied to visit him was granted the freedom to come visit him and then win anyway. It's crazy. And it's also crazy because I do know that they do only have a certain amount of visits per week. And I do feel like if someone comes who you don't know, they should not take a visit. That's wrong. That's not fair. Okay. But the fact that he was a handsome man. That's all that it was. Did he knock somebody up that was rich? Yeah. I don't remember. But again, him, I don't think we ever knew how hard he had it in prison. Because again, your son can't come visit you, your family can't come because strangers want to and come see him to do what? Like going to prison to visit people is not fun. You know what I'm saying? It's a very weird feeling. When I would go visit the bad guy, like you're happy to see the person you love, who was engaged at that point in time. So I was happy to see the man I loved at the time. However, it was still very a shell shock hearing the gates open and close. You know, you can't just openly leave and stuff. Take your shoes off. You can't. It's a very weird thing to go and even be put through all of that. So to go through that for a stranger is weird. It's very weird. Okay, but he said, "Bitch, I couldn't do it." Well, what he doing now? I don't know. Anyway, he's free now. Hopefully, he's good. We already, child, an hour and a half, Lord. let's get into the real topic, child. Y'all take a good, a little minute, okay? Like the video because I asked y'all to. I really can break these lives up into two pieces: foolishness stuff and then the celebrity part of it all. Let's get started with a couple of TV show updates. So, y'all do know that A Different World is coming back. This was like what I guess it's a sequel. A Different World is coming back to what's coming on Netflix. Okay, they have now put Jaleesa and Colonel Taylor will be back. Now I'm like, now first of all, well, I guess he'll laugh in real life, so he can't be there, no big deal. Anyway, they will be coming back as Jaleesa and Colonel Taylor will be back on A Different World. We already know they have put in Lena James' character was back or whatever. So they're adding a lot of the old cast back, which I guess is good if they put them back in the right way. Because if the show was supposed to be about this new class of people, the show is supposed to be about Whipping Dwayne's youngest daughter going her freshman year at Hillman. You know what I'm saying? So Dwayne and Whippy is on here. Freddie and Ron is back. Again, Lena James is back. We now know Colonel Taylor. And Jaleesa is back as well. So, I mean, that's great. Cool. See the cast. Who else is back? Oh yeah, child Dean Davenport is back. Okay, a lot of people from the original cast is back, but again, I just don't want it to be all the old cast. We need to be a little bit new. We also found out that Sheena Arnold, Raven Goodwin, Joshua Suter will also be on the show. Now, Tashina's daughter is cast in the show too. So I'm like, is she gonna play the mama? I guess so. But again, child, it's a good cast. It's a good cast. We'll see if we like it. Okay. Then also if you watch Reasonable Doubt on Hulu, okay, we know that season 4 is on the way. Okay. Tank has been added to now. Y'all know Reasonable Doubt. Every season it's a new trial, a new cast. We have the main cast, Jax, her husband, her friend. So there's a main cast where every season there's a new trial, a new whatever. So we need new cast each season. So again, Tank has been added this season. Darrell, his name was Darrell. He looked like a Darrell. Okay, Darrell, Tank, Babs will be on season 4. Also, Megan Good is on season 4. Mm-hmm. Hey, Megan, girl, you doing, Megan? And also Taylor, is it Polidor, who is on? Well, she's on Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. She will also be on season 3. Ended with Jackson shot. Well, somebody got shot. We don't know who yet. Okay, we do know that Mercedes from the Pink shot somebody. We don't know who was shot just yet. Okay. But again, Taylor will be on season 4. Megan will be on season 4. And also Tank will be on season 4. Yeah, Tank has acted in a few things. So we shall see. And usually whoever is added to the cast, he may not be a full person on every episode. Sometimes they add folk in a little bit of episode. But we know Megan can act. So Megan can act. But again, congrats to the new, people on the season. Okay. I can't wait. That white lady mama still missing. Okay. Savannah is still looking for a mama. I want to be very clear. I cannot imagine not knowing where I'm at. Okay. I have no idea how I would be able to function if my mom is missing and we just don't know where she at, or I would be a wreck. Okay. So, I want to make that clear. So when I say stuff like, oh, the white lady, I mean, I don't know that lady. Okay. But her mama's still missing, child. She said, I got things to say, honey.
Someone needs to do the right thing. We are in agony.
Yeah.
We are in agony. It is unbearable. Someone needs to do the right thing. And to think of what she went through. I wake up every night, in the middle of the night, every night. And in the darkness, I imagine her terror. And it is unthinkable. But those thoughts demand to be thought.
Yeah.
And I will not hide my face. That she needs to come home now.
Yes.
So the family is offering $1 million reward for return. The FBI is offering an additional $100,000 for anything leading to her whereabouts. It's a very unfortunate situation. You know what I'm saying? This will be a 2-part interview that will be airing on Thursday, and also that was on this snippet that will be airing on Thursday and Friday. She's discussing everything. Her mom is still gone. Look, I hope that her mama is somewhere safe and sound. I hope that. I really hope that, because no one wants the other option. However, I do feel like this kidnapping went wrong from the jump. And whoever got her mama got scared that the mama died in the midst of the kidnapping. And they probably put that lady somewhere and whatnot. Okay. I think what Savannah and I'm looking for is, even if my mama gone, we want proof that she's gone. We want, you know what I'm saying? We just need closure. And sometimes closure means I need to physically see that she's gone for me to move forward. Because there's nothing worse than never knowing what happened. We hear about kids who get kidnapped and parents who for the rest of their life feels like my child is out there somewhere alive because you don't have that closure of seeing closure. You know what I'm saying? So I hope the mama's somewhere alive and will be brought back. However, I also feel like whoever took her, you know, did not anticipate her not being physically able to survive being kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why, because once they was offered all that money, because if it was really a kidnapping for money, they offered all the money. And nothing ever happened. You know what I'm saying? So I part of me feel like whoever did this kidnapping did not think she would not be physically able to survive being kidnapped. They probably was not even equipped to handle her being kidnapped. And when the worst happened, they panicked and now she's gone. And they just kind of wiped their hands of it. But I can't imagine, just not knowing what or where your parent is. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I would be on a full rampage. I would be beside. I would probably be in a crazy house somewhere, just not able to fully function. You know what I'm saying? Which also makes it so weird that someone kidnapped an 84-year-old disabled person for money. Bitch, don't she got I'm not saying, I'm just saying it always felt insane from the beginning for anyone to kidnap an 84-year-old disabled person who needed like heart medication. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like from the beginning, child, it don't look too good. Once she wasn't returned, like that first week, I said, yeah. So again, somebody bring her back. Okay. Tokyo Tony is out here being wild again. Same.
I'm so fucking mad. If she walked in that door, I would Marvin Gaye that bitch. I would Marvin Gaye her.
So y'all know Marvin Gaye was killed by his father. So I just need y'all to know every time Tokyo goes on her little rampages or whatever and want to call her daughter evil, you know what kind of person threatens to murder their children? Evil people. And I think Tokyo knows at this point, China done with her. She can't get nothing else from her. And so she just venting.
And deal with whatever I got to do. That's how I hate her ass. I will Marvin Gaye this bitch. You watch her bleed the fuck out. And then call 911. Come pick this devil the fuck up off my floor.
China, girl, get you a protective order. Your mama's crazy. Like your mama's mentally insane. Like you should never allow you or your children to ever be anywhere near Tokyo ever again. Like, just no. Because again, when people threaten your life, when someone threatens your life, believe them. Even if they say, I was just a little bit crazy, deranged, I wasn't saying her mama is mentally ill. So Angela White, don't you allow that bitch nowhere near you.
I'm a Marvin Gaye that bitch. Angela, I'm so fucking mad. If she walked in that door.
Again, she wants the money. She wants her bills paid. And I'm pretty sure China's saying, no, I'm good. Nah, I don't want to be near you. So again, when crazy people show you they're crazy, believe them. Now, I also believe Tokyo does this for clicks and views. She's going on live, saying these things for clicks and views. Now, I don't know. Now, who the fuck be following her to know what she say? That'd be the crazy part. Who is following Tokyo Tony to see what she's saying on any given Sunday? I don't know. But again, if anyone see her, go the other way. It's weird. There's footage of Tommy Lee straddling Jules in a hookah lounge. I don't know, child. Now I know we feel like this is our nephew. Okay, I know we all feel like it's Beyonce's nephew with Solange's son, and we all love him, and because he's a part of the Knowles Carter gang, you know what I'm saying? We expect him to know better. You know, we expect him to not get swept up in the foolishness. And if you know what, maybe he ain't who we think he is. Okay, if we think about it, we've never really known him. You know, none of the Knowles Carter clan. You know, we don't really know any of them. You know what I'm saying? Now we know Beyonce and JayZ not gonna be in no club getting frisky with Tommy. Okay, we know that much. Okay, but I'm like, maybe Jules is a ratchet connoisseur. Okay, maybe he like him a little bit of hood bitch. Okay, maybe that is what he likes, and we should not be surprised. Now I'm gonna say, because I saw some folk on Twitter saying, "Man, I hope you don't knock her up because she would love to have a look." Beyonce daddy got them extra kids who we don't ever see around Beyonce and them. So people need to know, just because you have a baby and you are a part of the family, that does not give you access to JayZ, Beyonce, Solange, Mama Tina. Okay, you might have to be connected to Solange because that's what I'm gonna come. But again, child, just stop. Okay, now Jules, be smart. Okay, wear a condom. Okay, do not knock her up. Don't do it. You know, just. But I'm like, she's child. She's really all on that man because he's 21, so he's legal. You know, but maybe this is what he likes. I don't suggest it. I don't look. I was 21. I have lived. You hear me? I have lived. So I know about getting real, having real. Look, you have fun and you enjoy life safely. However, 21 back in my day and 21 now, two different things. Okay, even his bank account is way bigger than mine was at 21, whatever. He has things to lose and whatnot. Okay, you can be trapped with a crazy bitch look, you do not want to get trapped with a crazy baby mama. And I don't know if maybe he's never seen Love and Hip Hop. If he's never seen how crazy Tommy gets when she's drunk and belligerent and fooling, you know what I'm saying, whatever, I don't know. However, son, please stop. So Beyonce, JayZ, where your daddy at? Where your daddy at? If he was with this someone who wasn't so wild, I would say cool, he just having fun. But like, if he was with a rational 41-year-old woman, I would say, man, at least he's legal. He legal, she legal. But Tommy is a loose cannon. And I'm sure he can't control it. Okay? So please stop. Okay, please stop. Okay. Mia Thornton, okay, from Housewives of Potomac. Now y'all know she was arrested for stealing furniture. Okay, that was one case that happened late last year. Okay, well, she also had like an eviction from that place. They were about to evict her for past due rent. That was a whole other case. Well, recently she got another eviction past due rent notice. Okay, so a luxury Atlanta apartment building filed a civil lawsuit against Mia because she failed to pay rent this month. Let's see, on the 8th of March, she owed $28.59 in past due rent with more fees. She now owes $3,500. Girl, this was crazy. Mia put on that whole front about I got money, I'm a business mogul, we are rich, blah 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 blah. And now what? Just 2 years later, you can't pay your rent. Now, Mia, go get a job. Okay, I'm not saying go suck dick for money, but I'm saying go get a job because if you already was in trouble with that last apartment you wasn't paying money at, was being evicted from there. You also had that stolen furniture situation. And this is a whole other Atlanta apartment complex, okay, where you owe them $3,500. And I'm a firm believer in if you have it, pay it. I also think the one bill no one should not pay is your rent or your mortgage. That should be the first thing you pay. Okay. And once you get to a point of not being able to pay that bill, that's time to have serious conversations. Do you need to go get back with Gordon? Like, do you and Gordon need to cohabitate to save more money? Like, what do you need to do to not keep having places say you ain't paying no bills? Okay. And it doesn't look good that you keep being, put out or keep not paying rent. Well, you made people feel like you was a boss ass bitch. And so that's weird to me. Again, if you're having hardships, we get it. Like I had to put gas in my car yesterday. It was $60. My car only take 15, 16 hours. I mean, $60 to fill up my girls. I get it. Cost of living is higher. So again, if you are having issues because your cost of living is high, you may need to downgrade to what you can afford. Because once you keep racking up can't pay rent fees, no one will rent to you. Okay? So girl, regroup. Get it figured out. But pay them people their money. Do something, bitch. Okay? Rihanna. Ivana Lissette Ortiz pleads not guilty to shooting at Rihanna's house. Now, first of all, I think, did they get the gun for you? I find it weird when people get caught with stuff and then say they're not guilty, whatever. I guess so. So she's the 35-year-old pleaded not guilty in courts to shooting at her house. Property claimed she put on the property on March 8th, fired around 20 shots from an AR-15 rifle into the house and bloppy blue. She faced 10 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and 3 counts of shooting at an occupied vehicle or dwelling. She's facing up to life in prison. Okay, her attorney asked the judge to reduce because her bond is 1.9 mil. Okay, her lawyer said, "Hey, judge, can you reduce it from 1.9 mil down to about 70,000? Because she can probably pay about 70,000. Because if you do 70,000 and it's 10%, I can pay the 10%. Okay, but she can't pay the 1. Because even 1.9 is still almost 200 grand. So again, she can pay about the 70K, but she can't pay 1.9. The judge said no. Okay, pay the bitch. You are accused. You are accused of going to someone's house who you threatened on social media consistently and shot at her house. So no, you should not get no kind of reduced bail. It already was reduced from 10 mil to the 1.9. If she can, no, leave her ass in prison. If not for just the threats on social media. Okay. Say what now? What are you talking about? Called out for what? What can I say besides he should not be fucking around with somebody that old? I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. You know, child, I'm not finna beef with Beyonce at all. Okay. But again, the most we can say about Jules, he should not be fucking that lady. I said that. I don't know. The guy who stole Beyonce's music and said, "Hey, I didn't do it. I'm innocent. I plead not guilty." Okay. I want to go to trial. I want to go to court. He wants to go to court. Look, where the music at? If he's sir, where is the music? Okay. Now he's accused of taking unreleased tracks and other items. They were on tour. He's accused of breaking the car and taking stuff from a car that had Beyonce's music, some drives, and all that stuff and whatnot. Okay. He turned down the plea deal and chose to move forward with the trial. I guess. If he can prove he's innocent, then yeah, plead not guilty, sir. But sir, where the music at? I just want to know. Okay, because where is it? Bill Cosby. So we discussed the other day that he was in there was a civil suit, and the people won. The lady who say he raped her back in I think 1970. I don't know. It was 20 years ago. Okay. But she won the civil suit. She won 19.2 mil. Okay. However, it's up to 59.2. I think 59 million. This bill, this even money. Okay. So the 1972 assaults of Donna Motzinger. Okay. She got 19.25 mil in compensatory damages, 17.5 mil for past emotional distress, 1.7 mil for future suffering, along with an additional 40 mil in punitive damages. Girl, I see. Because they say Kandi acted with malice, oppression, or fraud. Girl, look. Y'all stop raping people. If you stop raping people, you won't be looked at as a graper and have to pay back all that money. Clarissa was on the Breakfast Club, okay, and she said a few things, okay. Now I know some folk don't like her. I fully get it. It's fine. I like Clarissa when she not singing songs publicly to Papoose. I think she's a funny girl. She's talented. She's a good boxer. She's beautiful. Okay, but she said, folks is up here acting like he paying my bills. So, like I'm paying his bills, and I'm like, why?
People see that and they'll say that fuels the rumors that Pap is with Clarissa because Clarissa takes care of him. Clarissa gives him money.
Now, I had commented and I said, I don't know why people think Papoose is broke. Because a lot of folk like to say, well, Papoose get paid off Remy money. Y'all do know when Remy went to prison, Remy wasn't rich. Papoose had to pay all his own bills, plus put money on Remy books for all the years he was in prison. So Papoose is not as if he's broke. He's been making money in some kind of way. Okay? And so I do feel like let's not make it seem like Papoose was living off of Remy's money because Remy didn't have much money when she went to prison. Remy went to prison at the height of her career, but even then she wasn't a top paid rich rapper. And when she got out of prison, her and Pat were together, they made money based on their marriage and that whole black love thing. They both made money as a couple. So I'm just saying. But girl, okay.
What? It was a card game. Is that what they would do with that?
Yes.
Well, I'm saying that's how they paint out narratives. But I will tell you something though. Pat pays my mortgage. He pays my car insurance and my car note. And what else do we do? I haven't paid for a flight or for a hotel in I don't know how long.
So again, if Papoose is around the child paying the mortgage, paying the car note, paying the car insurance, and all these things, fine. Okay. At the end of the day, that's a man. She loves him and he loves her. That's fine by me. Okay. Because what can we do? Now what now? I'm not gonna do it. First of all, I'm not gonna do it. Number one. She told y'all that's my man. Again, Papoose is married, Remy is married, Remy has a boyfriend, and Papoose has a girlfriend. They have not got divorced yet. I'm not judging nobody when I know both the husband and the wife both have moved on. Ain't got time for it, okay? Now she also spoke about people only coming for her because they think,
any man that I've been with, they have said that he would with me for my money because they just think that I'm just not that bad of a bitch.
Period.
I'm not that bad. Champ ain't snatched nothing like that.
Her point was people like to claim men are only with me for money because they don't think I look good. And now I'm saying, well, girl, first of all, Clarissa is a beautiful young woman. You know what I'm saying? Clarissa has stepped her fashion game up, her makeup game up, her hair game up, because she's now getting money. You know what I'm saying? And that happens with a lot of people who get money. Again, no tea, no shade. We all remember how Cardi B looked. Cardi B did not look bad. But however, Cardi B has had, she's leveled, Remy Ma has leveled up. A lot of people who were pretty before get some money and get to fixing things. Okay? So I feel like she is cute. She is. So folks who feel like, oh, she not bad, she is. She's thick and stuff. She's tall. She's pretty. She has money. She can fight. I think she's kind of funny. I'm not sure. And I like her saying people only like to talk about men with me because they down how I look. Now let's be fair. Okay, let's be fair. Again, my point is she got some money and she leveled up. No tea, no shade. Okay, I don't want anyone to think that I am trying to talk shit about that lady. Okay. However, this ain't the same Clarissa that we seeing now. Okay. Because that's an ugly ass outfit and ugly ass hair. But when you're not making, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, Mariah, hold on. When you not making all that money, okay.
I'll do the best I can, but when I got. I'll do the best I can, but when I got.
Okay. So let's not act like, yesterday's price and today's price are two different prices. But let's not act like Clarissa is not a beautiful Black woman. Okay, let's not act like we don't. Do we want to look at old pictures of Remy and how she looks when she's boxing? Just some braids, child. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be all fancy when you boxing. Okay, you do look a little rough and tough with your Afro puffs when you boxing. Okay, you're not gonna put no lashes on when you boxing. Your face a little bit swollen when you box. Again, that's fine. That's fine. However, we not gonna act like she's not leveled up. Okay, we ain't gonna act like she does not have a good makeup artist on her team now. we ain't gonna act like, you know what I'm saying? But that goes for any, again, she is gone for Michael Blackson, gone somewhere. Okay. We not gonna, what's she at? I was looking at her picture. We not gonna act like she does not have good features and she's pretty. You know what I'm saying? All that happened is she got some money and got a good stylist now. Okay. And so she's starting to dress better than she used to. Cause I would Google and I'm like, girl, what you wearing? What's going on? What's happening? Okay. But you know, child, she do look good now. So her point in saying they talk shit about me and the men I'm with, they feel like I'm not pretty enough. So no one, but I am, bitch. I'm a badass bitch. And she is. She has stepped her game up. And the fact that plus and my pussy got low mileage on it. You better let them know. Let them know, coochie girl. A low mileage coochie. So again, I like Clarissa. But I do want her to stop making something about her and Pat. That's just me. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, she told y'all, sound off. Pat pay my bills. I'm not paying that man. And again, my only point in that is y'all, please stop acting like Remy was in jail. How long was Remy Ma in jail? Okay. Remy was in jail from 2008 to 2014. So she was in 6 years. Okay. What makes y'all think for 6 years of when she was in prison, plus the time of her being like on house arrest or whatever when she came home? Okay. She served 6 years in prison, did some, release and whatnot. Let's see, because she got out on August 14th. She didn't get off parole until 2019. So from 2008 to 2019, she was a ward of a state. Who y'all think put money on her books that whole time? She wasn't making music in prison. Who y'all think paid the bills? What do y'all think Papoose did for the whole time she was in prison? I know y'all don't think that Remy was rich back in 2008. I know y'all don't think that. Okay? Because let's hold on now. Because this is Remy's mugshot. Okay? So please don't think that while Remy was in prison, that she had all this money that Pat was spending and that she was supporting Pat in prison. I think when Remy went to jail, I don't even think Fat Joe was rich back then. Now, once she got out and her and Pat had that whole black love thing, I think they both made money off of all of that. But I'm like, y'all do know that while she was locked up, and let's not forget this either, wasn't nobody playing Remy music when she was locked up? Wasn't no free Remy. It wasn't that when she was gone. And then she got out. And even she stepped up how she looked. Because once she got out, she started making some money. So now does Papoose seemingly date women who are talented in their field? He does. Okay? That's on him. I guess so. Okay? But I'm like, people really act like Remy was this rich rapper who Papoose hoodwinked and bamboozled to give him money. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Now once she got out, was they attacked at the hip? Yes. He was Mr. Remy. Mr. Ma. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, we not gonna act like, like that the Remy that went to prison ain't the one we see today. Okay? Back when Fat Joe was fat. Okay? I'm just saying, if you wasn't around in 08, if you wasn't around in 08, if you wasn't old enough to be really known, you can't speak on it. You can't. You can't. You can't. Just saying. So if that lady want to be with that man, let her be. And if he's using her, then that's her stupid ass. If Papoose is using Clarissa and she not paying attention, and if she's paying him, that's her cross up here. It ain't no money out my pocket. Not a dollar, not a quarter, not a cent. Okay. But again, she told y'all I got good cat. Okay. Ain't no miles on this cat. Okay. He paid my bills, bitch. Leave me alone, ho. Kandi and Todd. Let's get to it. Kandi and Todd's divorce details have leaked. Well, I won't say they're out. Okay. Now we know that Kandi and Todd signed their divorce settlements, and Kandi wanted stuff to be sealed. And I kind of now feel like I know why she did. So there were two, because I have that. Well, that's another one. There were two different posts up. One, child, the people got a copy of the divorce decree thing, the child support addendum for JayBirds Tucker, and Kandi Lanice Tucker and Todd Jermaine Tucker. Okay. Kandi's legal name is Tucker. I thought her name was Kandi Birds Tucker. Her legal name is allegedly. I thought it was Kandi Birds Tucker, but I guess it's just Kandi Tucker. Okay. Look, I try my best to not be biased if I can. Okay. But I like some, because I don't like how folks come at Clarissa. I feel like the disrespect she gets is a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And the way people try to demean her because Papoose is still legally married to Remy Ma, and they think they're supporting Remy as the wife when Remy has a boyfriend is weird to me. I'm just saying, okay. But yeah, I try my best to to be well rounded in my opinions on the people, okay. But Kandi and Todd, child, they pull up the child support addendum, which tells people how much money Kandi and Todd make. I say, bitch, I cannot imagine. I don't think how much money anyone makes is anyone's business. You know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for Kandi and Todd having any part of their financial personal business being just put out on the internet. Okay, we're gonna discuss it. So it says their gross income, the mama's gross income, the daddy. Now again, this is all alleged. I don't know, bitch. We got this from these people. Okay, they put them, of course. Allegedly, Kandi and Todd both make approximately $22,083.30 per month. Now, I said for Kandi and Todd to both make the exact amount of money every month is weird. I'm like, how do y'all make the exact same amount? Okay. So a part of me feel like that's probably based on like one thing. That's based on like I have a regular 9-to-5 job. Okay. And my income from that job per month is that. My income from YouTube is this. Okay. So I feel like that amount of money is not probably from everything they do. Because technically, you can't say 22,083 times 12. You can't convince me that Kandi only making $264,000 a year. I just don't think that's true. So I feel like that amount is based off of something general because they both make the same amount per month, about $22,000 a month for both daddy and the mom. Okay, cool. As to children, so it basically said from this, neither one of them will pay child support. They have joint legal and physical custody. Decision-making authority is divided. Kandi has final say over non-emergency medical and educational decisions. Ty has final say over extracurricular activities and religion. Child, let's see, what is this religion? If disagreement arise. Again, neither one will do child support because they both make the same amount of money. Kandi has to pay Todd an equalization amount of $426,388.77 after offsets. He gets $250 up front, and then the remaining balance was due within 90 days. So that probably means they probably sold something that was joint, and Kandi will pay him his half of whatever they sold that was joint between them two. So he gets that one lump sum. There's no other spousal supports at all, which is fine. It also brings up, again, 50-50 parenting. I would say Kandi pays for the health insurance. However, they both split all the bills. So Kandi, like, I have Blue Care Network. My premium is whatever amount per month. I am paying my premium. However, any co-pays, out of pockets, all that stuff, Kandi and Ty will split that. So the kids have a dental appointment, unless the braces cost $1,000. Okay, they split that 50-50. And if one parent pays something up front in full, the other parent has to pay the parent back their half. So if I pay $1,000 for the braces, hey, here's the receipt for the braces that I paid for, you pay me back $500 because it's 50-50. So I think that's fair. It's fair. Kandi will pay for private school tuition if she goes that option. She can do public school, but if the kids go to private school, Kandi will pay for that. And again, they both waive alimony. So there would never be any spousal support. But I was like, bitch, I would be pissed if just my finances is put on the news, child. You know? Let's see, joint custody. It says Kandi will hold the kids' passports. A tie can request access ahead for any international travel. Both walked away with luxury things. Kandi keeps multiple vehicles, including her Bentley, SUV, a Porsche, and a classic 63 Camaro. Todd gets a G-Wagon, a Porsche 911, a Range Rover, and several vintage rides. They agreed to sell their food truck, while certain real estate need to remain private. Todd must vacate Kandi's house within 15 days. Girl, you get him out the house. Get him out. Okay. So again, Todd has 15 days from signing the parenting agreement to get out the house. Okay. It also mentioned that Kandi was paid back because it says Todd paid Kandi $38,000 tied to Atlanta Hawks season tickets, which she will keep. So it does seem pretty split, which means Kandi had the paperwork in order. Okay, Kandi said, "Hey ho, okay, we're gonna split this on up. I got my cars, you have your cars. We get 50-50 custody. Neither of us have to pay spousal or child support. meaning both parents have to pay for the kids' stuff during their time. I don't think they gave any details on parenting time, like is it week to week or whatever. I think at one point Kandi mentioned in one of her interviews or somewhere that she mentioned something about she'll come home and for a week her kids won't be there, meaning they probably agreed to have 1 week on, 1 week off. So if the kid was Ty had to pay for whatever. That's on you. And Kandi paid for whatever. That's on her. The one I guess good thing is Ty will have to now prove he's daddy daycare without the help of Kandi. Without the help of Candy's nannies or help or whatever. Okay. Do what you need to do, Ty, and leave what's fuck be. But all of this kind of being, this public is crazy. No one wants their information leaked out here in these streets. But that's the one pitfall of when you are a celebrity going through a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Where some of us felt like a wonder if Ty was going to come out on top, getting all this money and whatnot. He did not. You know what I'm saying? He got some money, However, Ty did not get any monthly payments from Kandi. He isn't getting any, he won't get any more money from Kandi. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. And I think now Todd has to live on Todd's dime. Todd does not have access to Kandi's connections as much anymore. And so Todd will not have to do for Todd. And I think Kandi will keep doing what she does because Kandi's life ain't gonna change like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the kids will be split, so that's a different thing. But again, I think being a parent is hard. And while I get parents feeling like, damn, I can't believe my kid is gone for a week, I think after a while, it's a little vacation. It's a little vacation. Because if the kid is with the daddy for a week, you can live your life for that week. It's a little bit of a break. Okay, so we shall see. Again, I'm fuck Todd. Fuck Todd. Okay, I am upset with Todd. Even if Todd did not really do nothing to me, I'm still saying fuck Todd. I want to get to Megan Thee Stallion. Megan did Broadway. Megan is playing Zitler and Moulin Rouge on Broadway. She'll be in there for an 8-week limited engagement until Sunday, May 17th. And child, hold on, sound a little bit. So at the end of Moulin Rouge, the person who plays Zitler always does a little dance or performs their own little medley of songs. When it was Bob the drag queen, he did his own version of the ending. So Megan did like a little sample of like 4 or 5 of her songs to end the show at Zitler. This was opening night for her. I heard she did really, really well. Outfit was great. Okay. And again, just imagine going to Broadway, bitch, and then having Megan Thee Stallion doing all her songs. Okay, I said, yeah, you gotta do it. Okay, a good time had by all. So congrats to Megan on opening night. It was, when I say it was a standing ovation. It was energy to the top of the floor. The dancers, the whole Moulin Rouge team child had a good ass time. So Megan did a great job. Now I saw other clips of her doing the actual play itself, and she's doing other things. Okay, now Megan ain't no singer. It was opening night. I think as she goes, she'll get better and better and better. She'll make it her own. But again, the clips I saw, folks said she did great. Okay. And she, Broadway debut with Zitler, Moulin Rouge. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Cast group and blah, 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 blah. But a good time was had by me, bitch. Okay. And then she put up something told them bitches. She said, girl, guess what? Okay. NYC. Now again, she's on Broadway. My man. Because I saw some folks saying, where's Clay? Where's Clay? Bitch, he's working. Okay. And if she's in New York, practicing for Broadway. She don't have time to be with her man. She gotta practice. She gotta practice. Okay, so your mommy. Mm-hmm. But again, she's having a good time in New York. Okay, so again, let her be. Let her be. Megan being the first, rapper to be on Broadway is a feat within itself. And it's an amazing feeling for her. Her mom is gone, her dad, her grandma, anything. She doesn't have much family here. You know what I'm saying? So Megan still doing it, okay, and doing it well, is a great thing to be, okay. And having someone who loves you. She has Clay, Clay's family loves her as well. So kudos to Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, also, where is Cardi B? Cardi B. Cardi was on, what was called? Was it Jenna and them? Who was it, child? Jenna and Chanel. Now, when Cardi was on tour, the stop where Kalani was there, Kalani commented and saying, "Girl, your ass is getting a lot of ass." Ass, and Cardi said, "Okay, I'm gonna go to child to wherever and get my ass done." Well, she's now saying,
very honest about the fact that you were saying you might want to go to Colombia, take some time after the tour to do a procedure.
Oh yeah, I was saying that, but I'm not gonna do it.
Wait, Cardi,
Wait, what?
Cardi, what? Are you serious? First of all, what were you gonna do?
You know what? I was just gonna take a little bit of.
Been very honest about
take a little bit of butt out, but I don't have time for that. You know what? I feel really comfortable like where I'm at right now, like with my body and everything.
Yes.
I do have a whole bunch of cellulites because like I don't know if it's the age or I don't know if it's the fact that I got like 4 kids. I don't know what it is, but it's like, I feel really good.
Your waist is the size of my arm.
Yeah, you're tiny.
Cardi's point was, yes, I said I would have my butt done, but bitch, I said no. Okay, no. I think Cardi said that she was being funny. And I also think people comment on her ass that maybe her just sponsoring. I'm gonna get it taken out. It's like maybe not, girl. Cardi, leave your ass alone, okay? Leave it be. We don't want no more surgeries, okay? We want to be safe around here. Also, Cardi B is on the cover of Allure, okay? Cardi B too grown to be played with, bitch. Cardi is doing it. You hear me? I feel like we don't even understand how much this Cardi rollout, okay? Cardi is out here taking over, bitch, okay? And it's amazing to see how much she is doing. Again, the spread in the is really great. It's fashion, okay? It's Cardi with her natural hair. Because she has her hairline not called Grow Good. Again, Cardi is showing y'all, bitch, I don't have to bend to what other folks think I should be. Yes, I'm a mama 4. I got a baby daddy and an ex-husband and whatnot, but I'm good. Okay, leave me alone, ho. The outfit is great. Okay. And even though I know some folks feel like with Kenya Moore's hair care line, we've always seen Kenya's hair be amazing. Kenya has great hair. She's always had great hair. Great hair sings around her family, okay? But we've seen pictures of Cardi as when she was younger with like regular hair. I won't say good or bad hair, but it's regular hair. And so when she has this new line called Grow Good, I like that they have, 4 different kind of people testing it out. Now I'm not going to try the products because I am a avid user of Pattern Beauty. I don't believe in consistently changing products to my hair because I think my hair goes in the shop. So I don't see myself using the product. When I say I have a whole stockpile of Pattern because I use the shampoo, the conditioners, the mousse. I use all of it. So I have what works for my hair. I did not even buy any of Beyonce's Sacred. I use Pattern. Okay, so I don't see myself getting and Pattern is expensive. Well, it's not expensive. It's expensive if you get all of it. Okay, I'll say that. And Sacred is even more expensive than Pat. I'm like, why would I spend more money on a new brand that I don't need? So I don't know the price points of Cardi's line yet. If it's affordable and it's not more expensive than Pattern, I might try it once, twice to see. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, Cardi's line is supposed to be like helping your hair grow, whereas Pattern just keeps my hair really, really healthy. You know what I'm saying? And so they show 4 different women with 4 different hair types who tried the line. They all had great, even the white lady. Hey, white girl. Now one person brought up, I think it was this one, where someone said something about because she has 4B, 4C hair. And she brought up what did she use? She used the shampoo. And she said, she wanted a better lather, but she said she added more water and it did help. So sometimes you do have to use more water with these with certain brands and whatnot. But again, and the reason I brought up Kenya was because Kenya, we've always seen Kenya with long, luxurious hair. Okay, we've always seen that. So I'm like, it's not as if your brands of hair stuff help your hair be what it was. With Pattern, with Tracy Ellis Ross, she brought up how because when she was younger, growing up in the industry, there weren't a lot of stylists or products for her hair. So she made something to help, and that made sense. Okay. With Sacred, Beyonce said, my hair is a lot. I needed something to make my hair be great. So Beyonce's point was, this is what helped my hair be what it is. Okay. And with Cardi's point was, if we saw those old pictures of Cardi, her hair was shorter, not long or whatever. And so her point was, this is what's helping my hair be what it is. And I think that's a good thing. She has a great stylist as well. Kenya did not promote her line like she could have. Yeah. I again, that's why I kept saying I didn't know why Kenya got open a hair spa. That was dumb to me. I always felt like Kenya should have focused on hair care line, not a hair salon. That's just me. Cardi has, naturally. Well, I won't say Cardi has shown us over the years that she had to work to keep her hair long and healthy. And so for years, she's been, working on stuff to keep her hair that way. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the we've never seen Kenya with broken off hair, hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we saw Cardi's hair before, and it wasn't what it is now because she's been building this brand to help her hair. So that's who I like to support. People who show I had hair damage this way, that way, whatever, and I had to get products to make my hair stay healthy. If you always had child long, great, easy to manage hair like Kenya has, your hair care line to me is not your hair ain't a product of your products. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think like Pattern, that's why I think, Beyonce's Sacred and hopefully Cardi's Grow Good will help hair. So we shall see. Okay, but Cardi said, "Ho, I'm around this bitch doing it all." And I was on my Cardi. I think that was all my Cardi stuff. Will y'all be getting Cardi's line? Let me see. I just wonder what's the price points. Let's see. Grow Good. Oh, it's a whole thing. Now look at this. Oh, also, bitch is sold out. Okay, it's sold out. That's great. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. I just want to know how much stuff costs. I know it's sold out. Oh, hold on. $15. So wash cycle repair shampoo. What size is it though? Oh, 10 ounces. Okay, 10 ounces. Let's compare. Let's compare. Okay. Y'all, it's gonna be 3 hours. But y'all here, we good. So I'm going to compare and contrast Tracy's products. Okay. Just this I use pattern. So I use the hydration shampoo. Okay, I always say it's $45. Okay, for 25 ounces. Okay, I always get the big things. Okay. So Cardi has a 10-ounce shampoo for $15. Okay. Tracy Ellis Ross pattern is again $45 for a 25 ounce, but if it's the 10 ounce, it's $22. Okay. So again, if you not like me, and if you get, because I feel like I want that bigger one. I want that bigger one. But again, Cardi's prices is still a little bit better because again, for a 10 ounce, it's $15. Tracy's 9.8 ounce is $22. Okay, let's go back to Cardi B. Let's see the repair conditioner, $15. So it's all $15. It's all $15. $15. I may have to get some growth. I just want to know what it does. I want to know what it does. Okay. So again, this repair conditioner, 10 ounces is $15. Okay. Tracy Ellis Ross for leaving 25 ounce leave-in is $49. $49. Okay, but if you want the 9.10, it's $29. So again, Cardi's are still less expensive, and it's 0.2 ounces more. 0.2 ounces more. Now again, for Tracy's, you can get a 3 ounce size for $12. So Cardi's prices match Tracy's prices for sample size. Okay. When I first tried pattern, I got all 3 ounce stuff to try it. But I'm like, I'm not gonna spend $40 if it ain't right. Okay. So back to Cardi B. Let's see. She has so it's repair shampoo. It's repair shampoo, wash cycle, and wash cycle plus. That's still $14.99. Okay. Now again, Tracy has everything. Tracy is expensive. Okay. It's all expensive. I don't know what else to say. There is a separate shampoo that Tracy has. It's like a pre-poo thing. I can't find it though. Now her body lotions is amazing, bitch. Okay. It's expensive too now. Okay, it's expensive. The body oil, bitch, is $36. $36. Okay. The hydrating mist is expensive. Okay. But I feel like go back to Cardi. Okay. Everything is again $15. Now let's see down here. Okay. The hydrating mask, $20. Okay. 20 with the size. For 15 ounces, 15 ounce hydrating mask. Okay, round here, hydrating the hair and whatever. $20 for 15 ounces for the hydrating mask. I gotta show y'all, she has a hydrating mist. Okay, and the 12 ounce is $19. Okay, 12 ounces, $19. It is great on my hair. But again, Cardi has it too. These are good prices. And then she has the everything serum. What size is it? This is 1.7 ounces for $18. $18 for a little thing. Little 1 ounce. Now she has, hold on, let me see. We have mask oils serum. Okay. We have some jojoba oil. Okay, I'm just showing you. Okay, again, the serum that's 1.7 ounces for Cardi for $18. Okay, for $18. Tracy has breakage hair mask for $25. Repair foam for $49. I don't know. I have like all this. The treatment mask is $29. The scalp serum is really, really great, y'all. It's really, really great. That is $29. But the oil down here, okay, jojoba oil and argan oil, $29. Okay. The difference is how much, what's the ounces on it though? What's the ounces? So this is 4 ounces. So whereas Cardi has 1.7 ounce for some, little serum, okay, little oil, okay. Tracy has 4 ounces for $29. Okay. However, I will say Cardi has great starter prices. They're very affordable. You can get everything around here for less than $100. Well, no, maybe let's see. If you get everything, let's see, 15 times 4. Okay, that's 60. Okay, that's 60 plus the 20 plus 18. Okay, you can $98. $98 plus tax. Okay, so just saying. Grow good, grow here, grow there. Okay. I might try the Grow Good because it's $100. This bitch is okay. Said no man. What I will say about Pattern, if you don't want the bigger bottles, it works. I just get the bigger bottles, but they last me a long time because you wash your hair once a week. Some wash it less than that. Some folks will wash it twice a month. I don't know. When you have, a 25 ounce thing, it lasts. I'll buy the 25 ounce conditioner, and I don't need it again for over 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So, Pattern is more expensive if you get the bigger bottles. But if you get Cardi size bottles, you might need 2 of them to last the same amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it differs, okay? But you do what works for you, okay? I'm a Pattern girl. Child, I need to. Child, I put out my damn Pattern box around there. I get shampoos, conditioners, the moisture milk, the curl cream, the mousse, the leave-in conditioner, bitch, all the things, okay? But again, I'm gonna probably try the Grow Good once it's out, but the pre-sale sold out. Child, they didn't let me talk. We 2 hours and 39. We don't, what, y'all? I am fully in the mindset that true JayBirds around here. They let me talk, child. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that. Let her talk. And I'm like, girl, I just be ranting and raving about shit. Okay. And I'm like, girl, whatever. Oh, darn. Did I discuss that already? Yes, I did. Wait, what's next? Because the girl, what's left? Girl, hold on. Girl, what's that? Girl, let's see. We did Mia. We did Rihanna. I'm putting in JayZ and Usher. I'm doing Caresha. Okay. I did Kandi. I did Cardi. Okay. But I'll be forgetting y'all. I'll be forgetting things. Again, the thumbnail reminds me of what I have to talk about. Because if not, bitch, I will forget. Okay. I will fully forget if I don't have that thumbnail. Because sometimes I be forgetting what's on here. Wait, let me scroll. Let me see. Let me scroll. Let me see. I want to do JayZ. I want to do Usher first. I got Caresha. I do Latto. Okay. I'm gonna be trying to miss nobody. Let's do Usher. So Usher, child, everybody, they mama up here doing interviews. Okay. Usher did an interview. Caresha did an interview. JayZ did an interview. But Usher's interview. Okay. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all. You know, I be just talking shit. I be ranting with y'all. We get to all the things. Okay. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. You know, like it's midnight, girl. Why did I know it was midnight, y'all? So, Usher did an interview, and he was. Now I didn't watch the whole thing. Like that, I only seen the clip. So he was discussing R. Kelly. Okay, not Kelly. Diddy. Now I want y'all to know. Okay. Oh, hold on. This is true. When I order pattern when it's on sale. I buy stuff when it's buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one half off, or when they have 20-30% off. Like I think I just ordered some Fenty Beauty face toner because Fenty has a 30% off sale. Because Rihanna shit is expensive too. Okay. So yeah, you always shop when they have a sale. See, I always get my pattern stuff and my Fenty stuff when they have a sale, so that I'm not spending full price on shit. Now I'm in this. I also, if they have a sale, buy one get one, I get two of the things, so that way I have what I need. Okay. So yes, always look for the deals with Fenty Beauty and pattern. Okay, but back to Usher. Usher was up here discussing things that he brought up Diddy and whatever. Show don't. And I love Beyonce. Love her to death. Okay, but I don't need no sacred. I'm good with pattern. If they had a sale, I might order something. I don't know. But while talking about things, he said this.
This might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is.
We know the country crazy.
Standards that we now stand on, we can't ignore the reality of the history. But in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer.
People are prosecuted but not recognized for the greatness they offer. Well, Usher, first of all, two things can be true. People can be extremely talented and have given a lot to the people. However, they are also horrible people. So you can't have one. You can't want to put one over the other.
I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented.
So the biggest problem I have with what he said was the word, how he's been misrepresented. I feel like you saying I have nothing negative to say about Diddy because my experience with him wasn't what he's been misrepresented as. And I was like, sir, maybe he didn't beat you up and force you to have sex with people and get cum on your shirts. It's the word that he's been misrepresented. He hasn't. Diddy is or was a horrible, abusive, drug-induced psychopath. So you can't make it seem as if, oh, Diddy round here and he just like a dick sucked once a day. And they're making it seem as if he's a sex addict because he likes a dick suck once a day. A lot of men want a blowjob every day. Okay? But when you start forcing people to give you a blowjob, even when they don't want to give a blowjob, that's not misrepresentation. When you abuse people because you feel like you have the authority to abuse them, that's not a misrepresentation. When we see him on video beating Cassie's ass, that's not a misrepresentation. When we know for a fact that he then bought the evidence of said abuse to escape prosecution, that's not a misrepresentation. Yes, and he absolutely said when his mom let him go live with Diddy when he was like 13 or whatever to make music and whatnot, he said, I saw some things, I saw a lot. I would not allow my kids to be around there. That's a negative thing. Because if he exposed you to things, what else did he expose other kids to? If we saw just one beating that Kathy got at the hotel, who knows how bad the other beatings were? If we only heard about him abusing Kim Porter, but she's dead, we don't know how much worse it was for Kim Porter. So while I understand someone saying, you know what, I did not have a negative interaction with him, so I can't speak to how he treated others. But that's different than saying, well, I can't say anything negative about him. You know, he's been misrepresented. That's not true. If somebody accused him of things and there was no evidence, it's just accusations, that's a misrepresentation. That means someone is accusing you of something or they're making it seem like you're one way. That's a misrepresentation. But when there is actual evidence of the abuse, of the cycle of abuse, when there is photographic evidence, video evidence, and witnesses to all the shit he did, you can't make it seem like, oh, no, that's a misrepresentation. Nigga, what?
I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created.
And so many people were abused because of his creations. So many people were mistreated because of how powerful he became. So many people weren't paid for their fucking music that he helped put out into the atmosphere. There are so many artists who say, hey, the deal I signed didn't make me no fucking money. It made Diddy money. So to even put your mouth, to even put yourself in the position to say he's done so much for the world. Yes, but in the same car the same token, the same bundle of shit, he was just as bad. It's like they say, a drug dealer will supply drugs to his own neighborhood to make money. He'll also help and throw toy drives and turkey drives. However, the good that someone puts out does not outweigh the bad they also put out. And there are enough people from the time Diddy became Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, Shy, all that, from the start to the beginning, there are so many people in his personal life and professional life who say he is a fucked up individual. He abused me, he used me, and blah, 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 bloop. I signed the deal and didn't get no money. It's a reason that the only rich person on Bad Boy is Diddy. He became the wealthiest. So I understand people who are friends with Diddy. And their point is, he didn't do those things to me. And you're going to always say that, hey, that's not the man I knew. But you can't then say, and because of his contribution, I can't by all means, not acknowledge what he's put out to change the world. So what? You can't acknowledge what he's done, but acknowledge the wrong he's done. You can't want to only acknowledge the good stuff he did. You can't. So Usher, you sound dumb. Not for supporting your friend and saying that's not what I went through, but for basically saying let's ignore his faults because I can Diddy bop. Let's ignore his aggressive transgressions against women and men because he helped show Black people they can have a record label. Even if no one got paid much, even if no one owns their publishing, even if no one, felt like they ever got a good deal, that's a dumb statement, sir. So he said that, right? Now, 50 Cent is always petty. You know what I'm saying? He said, Usher, like, I don't want people to know what he did to my ass. I'm a grown man now. My ass is off limits. So 50 Cent, like, was they butt buddies? You know what I'm saying? And whether they were or were not, I don't care. I don't care at all. Okay. But, again, Usher, defending Diddy in that way sounds stupid. Al B. Sure, it's like, oh, is it a ploy? Now, Al B. Sure will always say, child, what y'all doing to Diddy? Y'all want to make him be whatever. He said another strategy gone wrong by the incarcerated PR crisis management team at the expense of a superstar in exchange for validation. Right before the scheduled appeal for early release, who in that public relations office comes up with this stuff? It is alleged that a sizable charitable donation was issued. Memo stating brand ambassador free, and now it's time to pay the piper. Again, he's saying, Diddy and his team are trying to make him look good. Let's have people say, oh, he's a great man. He's a great, great man. So he can possibly get released, okay? I don't think it should happen. Now, separate from Diddy, separate from, what's that man name, child? Oh my God. Usher saying shit. Caresha. Caresha, did an interview with, now, to be fair, I did not watch the interview. I only watched the clips on social media. Okay. And because they be playing sometimes, I'm not going to play full audio. Well, he was asking her about testifying to Diddy, and not.
You wrote a letter vouching for Diddy's character, and a lot of people were upset because they was like, how could she do that after seeing the video?
Again, he's talking, child. I don't really care.
I think I wrote a letter for a change man. I think that the man that I met and that I experienced was changed.
Now, that was her main point. I wrote a letter in support of Diddy because the man I dealt with was a changed man. And the reason I call bullshit to a certain level, I'm not saying that Diddy was beating her and forcing her to fuck other people like he did Cassie or anyone else. What I will say is the fact that when Diddy was in New York, Diddy had freak off baby oil in the hotel room. So Diddy was still doing what Diddy does with Caresha. One time on one of her podcast things, whatever, they were discussing their sessions, and she said, "Oh, you going all night," meaning Diddy was still doing these long, drawn out sex sessions. However, it just may not have been what he put Kathy through. So yes, you experience a different person. However, he ain't changed, mainly because he'll say stuff like, "I'm different now. You know, I'm not that same man." But I recall when the whole, do I have the video still? When the Cassie lawsuit came out, Diddy went and did a video, and Diddy was denying. Hold on. Diddy was denying. Can y'all hold on? Can y'all see this? Let me just share it. Because I don't. Let me know if y'all can hear. Y'all may not be able to hear the audio. Let me download it. Hold on. Yeah, this would happen. I'll be having to make my my stuff. I just want to pull up when Diddy was making people think that Cassie was lying on him. And it's downloading now. There's only 1 second right there. When Diddy was trying to make people think Cassie was lying. When Cassie said, "Hey, he was doing these things to me." And Diddy then was like, I didn't do nothing, baby. It wasn't me, it was Roman. You know, that's not who I am. What do you mean? And let me see.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
But before this one, I thought I had another one. Before this video, he was denying anything. I didn't do nothing. It wasn't me. I didn't do that. And once the video came out, then he had to make this video saying I was a monster. So that's how I know he ain't changed. Because if he was a changed man, once he knew the truth came out, he wouldn't have lied. So when folks tell you they're different, they're wrong, they've matured, if you are not addressing your bad behavior, you ain't changed. So again, Caresha can say all she wants that he's a changed man. He wasn't. He may not have been that person to you, but that's who he was to Cassie. And sometimes it's okay to not get involved because it has nothing to do with you. If you thought he was a changed man, why are you not still with him? If he's a changed man, why are you not? Because again, she was still fucking with Diddy right before all this came out. So when people say stuff like, he's a changed man, then you wouldn't have stopped fucking with him. Okay. So if you really were a letter for a changed man, why did you just leave him alone? Because if he's different, why am I gonna walk away? So girl, bye. Okay. Now they also asked her about where is it? Oh, if she was scared about having to be called to testify. And she said, well, no, because I didn't know nothing about it. I wasn't around at the time, so I didn't think they would. The only reason they probably did not call her as a witness was because she wasn't going to corroborate any negativity. Because again, she wasn't around back then when all that stuff happened. But because they had shots, they had other people who were saying he did it. You know what I'm saying? So again, she's still trying to defend Diddy in her own way. And her saying, if I met a person that changed my life, that treated me like a queen, then that's what I know. Cool. But even a man who treats me like a queen, I can't love you when I see how violent and deranged you was to your ex. Because how do I know that that switch isn't waiting to be flicked? And seeing him in that documentary, to me, shows he's still a manipulator, in my opinion. Okay. Now, they also asked her about her and JT. And, her and JT are city girls. When she brought up how we grew into two different people. We're in a group. She her way, I'm my way. She went to prison. She came home. She was different or whatever. It was hard to have two different kind of people who were supposed to be kind of the same in a group. It didn't work, and they fell out. So she did, and then she's like open to like therapy or whatever to see what goes on between them. But I feel like Caresha and JT were young girls hanging around each other, and a hit happened. But I feel like they would always implode because they are so different. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a difference between, what? We're different and we should separate because we want different things versus y'all imploding because y'all tried to force it. I think had they mutually agree, what? This isn't working because I want to go this way and you want to go that way. So we need to amicably split. Because what we had isn't working anymore. And I don't even think it was because JT went to jail. Because she kind of mentioned like JT went to jail and she kind of changed when she came out. But jail will do that. Jail will do that. But a part of me feel like they just grew into two different people. And it was a part of them two dating them two different men. JT was Lil Vert. JT was, then Caresha was with Diddy. And that pushed them further and further apart. And they actually have two different sounds. Okay, so at least she acknowledged that, it was like a broken marriage. And if they can get a third party, a therapist, to hear them both, because right now they both have their own opinions on what happened. They need a third party. But we just the indie child, go talk it out. You know what I'm saying? I think once y'all stop trying to be right and realize, what, it is what it is. I love you, love me. We both said some fucking things, but you know what I'm saying? We can move on. Y'all will probably be fine. But a part of me feel like they both still feel like I'm right and she wrong. And until we have that agreed upon, we really can't, talk that much or whatever. But girl, I'm not girl about it. Now, she also discussed her in that whole peeing her thing, golden shower comment. When she said she gets peed on.
Ooh, okay. You know why I picked this one? Oh, Lord. What is it? You got to. It's like take a shower. You like golden showers. I do golden showers. Meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere. You like it? I just like it. You do? Freak of the week.
Now, she said that then, right?
That was one thing that was like it was good and bad. Cause like that was like the most talked about thing ever. And that was 1 month that my sales went skyrocket, but all money and good money. And that's one thing I was just like, damn, I should have thought about that. And I always go back to it because I remember calling Brittany, was like, Brittany, she was like, and even when it came out, she was like, bitch, you didn't even know where to go to show us. And I'm like, it's out there. These people ain't gonna believe me.
Girl, when Trina said, go to the shower, like, you like people to feel you? Yeah. Look, I'm a firm believer in do not agree that you like stuff if you don't know what it is. But you can't make it seem as if you had no idea what it meant. You knew what it was. If you fuck with Diddy, you know what it was. Okay. So her trying to make it seem as if I didn't know what it was. And I just went with it. I ain't going with nothing. I am a firm believer in. You're like, what? What is that? How'd you do that? Girl, what? No. I'm not no backdoor bandit. What's a backdoor bandit? Bitch, I no back. No. Okay. And she just went along to get along. And that's her problem. That's the problem. So, girl, now again, some folks say it was a great interview. I didn't watch it. I didn't care. Because I feel like she's always said the same thing over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping her next interview would be about something different besides Diddy, JT, and them damn pissy choppers. Okay, girl, we need a different conversation. Okay, JayZ. A couple of things. One, he's added a third show. Okay, his first two shows for the July. Was it July? What is it? July something. Oh, the 10th and the 11th. It was a Friday and Saturday show at Yankee Stadium or whatever. Sold out. Okay. They said he had like 1.6. There was 1.6 million people trying to get tickets. Okay. To get tickets. Okay. And because they could not get tickets, okay, they added the third show. So now there'll be a Friday show, a Saturday show, and a Sunday show. I feel like they always thought it would be 3. That's why they started with a Friday show. Just in case. I'm saying JayZ is gearing up to do something. I don't know what, bitch. A full tour. I don't think he's doing an album. Because during his conversation with GQ, he was in GQ and whatever, and he discussed how, like, right now he ain't trying to do no new music. Okay, he's like, I feel like I've already expressed what I want to express. Okay, I'm done with that. He did say how he did not like where things went with Kendrick and Drake, mainly because he said, I feel like people now hate Drake and love Kendrick. He's like, a rap beef isn't really supposed to do that. So it went kind of far. And I want to say, Jay, the reason folks hate Drake is that Drake sued Kendrick and them. Had Drake not went the law route of a lawsuit, I think we would have moved past it. But he took it to the courts. That's why folks don't like Drake right now. You know. So that was what it was. You know. He also did not like, people thinking that he was doing one thing over the other, whatever. JayZ, we don't listen to those people. Okay. The spread in GQ is a lot. Okay. JayZ is out here being JayZ. Okay. I'm rich, bitch. I'm a mogul. I am who I am, ho. Okay. Leave me be, bitch. When discussing the stuff he went through over last year with the whole Tony Bugsby, the allegations of doing things that he did not do, as he said, him having to fight for his own reputation. I liked him saying how he's like, I couldn't settle. Yes, the lawyer called me and said, hey, settle for this amount of money, we won't go public. And he said, I had to go tell my wife. Okay. I had to go tell my wife about it because I can't settle. So I already know that this is going to probably probably affect our whole family, the brand, and all these things. However, I can't settle, which will be easier, it will be cheaper, it will be less publicity or whatever, but I can't. You know, he brought up how his family and his close friends helped him through this whole time, how angry he was. Look, I can understand if someone came out and said, JayLee is out here doing bloppy blue. Okay. JayLee out here doing block. I will be pissed because I know it's not true. So I can understand someone being accused. And again, this one accusation had no proof. So I can understand him being pissed off that he even has to defend himself based on someone's accusation from 30 years prior. And I was angry. I was very pissed off. But however, all last year, I'm on offense. I'm on offense, but now I'm on defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for, hey, this sounds like it happened and someone's lying about not doing it versus the whole allegation the girl put forth never seemed normal. But he like, I'm on offense now. Okay, I was defending myself all 25, bitch. I have to be on offense. I don't care. Okay, I'm JayZ, bitch. Leave me be. It was a cool interview. It was like 30 minutes. It wasn't that long. Of an interview. He discussed how proud he was of Blue, and her working so hard to be on tour with Beyonce. How he knows that they probably would not be able to get her off stage. How hard she worked to get better from when she was on the first tour to how she was on this tour. And he brought up how she wanted to be on every song. And I saw folks saying, oh, JayZ let it leak that the third act is probably in the works because he mentioned, Beyonce, Blue not being on stage for 6 inch heels. I think his point wasn't that song. I think his point was he was saying there are certain songs my wife had that she can't perform because it's a sexually explicit song, like 6 inch heels. Okay. Just saying. So I don't think JayZ is not gonna leak Beyonce's next tour. So like stop. Okay. His whole point was even him saying she was doing all the practicing it when she was 13, which means he was speaking of old stuff. Okay, old stuff. So I said, leave it be. Okay. Now, do I think a part of Act 3 will include Beyonce, JayZ, and possibly Blue? Yes. Do I think the Act 3 tour that Blue will be on stage? Yes. But him saying, I don't think we will be able to get Blue off stage. She's at the age now where she works at it. She loves being on stage, and that's what it is. And that was great. But again, JayZ said, bitch, leave me alone. Okay, I am back, and I'm no longer hiding from responding to anybody. Okay. Now, lastly, I have no recollection of any islands with JayZ in them. I don't know about that. Okay. Any comment in the comment section, if y'all see it ain't got nothing to do with my opinion. Okay, I don't have anything to do with those. I don't have nothing to do with that. Lastly, Latto. Okay, Latto was pregnant. Okay, very pregnant. Okay. We discussed her and the whole hand on the belly part or whatever, and us not really seeing the daddy. We don't know. We assume it's 21 Savage or whatever. And she said, hold on, ho. Okay, I have nothing to prove to anybody. I got a man at home. I'm happy and I'm well taken care of. And that's all anyone needs to know. Now, I get that. She said, I have nothing to prove anyone. I have no woman to clear up. I've been with my man for years now, and it ain't going nowhere. To me, it's clearly a result of me moving and operating how I do. When it comes to female rappers, female artists, we're told that we have to put so much of our life out there, and then it becomes too much about our personal life and not enough about our music. This is how stuff just ends up crashing and burning because you got too many cooks in the kitchen. I am my own person outside of my relationship as well. I don't want to make that the forefront of my existence. My career. I got a man at home. I'm happy and I'm well taken care of, and that's all anyone needs to know. Now, I fully agree. I am a firm believer in you have to keep a piece of your life private. The issue I think people have with this is they are both public figures, and there's so much alluding to my man. There's so much, there's a little hand. It's just like, girl, it's like either keep it all a secret or not. And because folks think that man got a wife. And while no one owes anyone an explanation of their life, if there is any conversation about, oh, the man I'm with is married, I will be like, look, all y'all need to know is whoever I'm with, he mine and no one else's. Okay? Even if 21 Savage put out a statement of, hey, I'm not married. There are ways for them to clear up rumors without them even having to address them as a couple. But I would not allow people to assume I'm a married man and my girlfriend who's pregnant is a side piece. If all I have to say is, I ain't married. Now, if you married her, cool. I am married to one woman who's pregnant. That's, I'm saying, there are ways to address it so that it's not even about your relationship. But congrats, Now, 21 Savage did, child, put out a whole little on the thing, said Big Mama, not the little one. Okay. So some folk take that as him finally kind of addressing them being together. I guess, bitch. I guess so. I don't know. Okay. I wish them a happy pregnancy, a happy, healthy baby. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Because if not, you a hater. Okay. I don't think anyone is hoping that, oh, we want them to be miserable. None of that. No one wants that. Okay. But I do think some people feel like, well, what's going on? What y'all doing? Okay. Are y'all together? No? I guess so. I don't know. So again, folks they just wonder. Okay, y'all wonder what I'm doing. None of y'all business. None of y'all business. Okay, I am a single woman around this bitch. Okay, and if I wasn't, I would not tell anybody. Anyway, y'all, that's it. Okay, we are 3 hours in. I am tired. It is girl. It is almost 1 a.m. and I blame the goddamn chicken people. Okay, they made me late for my live, and I ran it for a long time about it, and now we here. Okay, but look, y'all, thank y'all for hanging in with me. I'm tired. My throat is itching. We will be live tomorrow. Okay, for the Versus after show chat. That is tomorrow. I have it set right now for 10 p.m. But whenever the Versus battle ends, we're gonna have a little chat about it. Okay, if there's some news or things going on, we can discuss it at that point in time. Y'all already know to like the video, subscribe. On the please watch. Go on a replay. You don't have to watch a video, but go on a replay and hype up the thing. Okay, in the comments, it's like under the video, it's a thing that says hype it up. Hyping it up is how they, I guess, fix the thing or whatever. Not fix the thing. how they promote videos. Okay, so on the replay, I need y'all to go hype up my videos. Okay, watch the other things. Watch those videos. Go watch them. Go watch them. Wherever I go, y'all go watch them. Go watch them. Go watch my stuff. Anyway, I love y'all. Go to bed. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay? Bye.